Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Can we talk, Ozzy?
It's a Dungens
Yes,
and Dragons.
you may talk.
Okay.
Yeah, you may talk. You may talk.
Okay.
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 Welcome everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Whoa. We're here. We're here.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm hyped for D&D tonight. I'm very
And that
much,
pizza.
and the pizza. I'm eating the garlic bread at the moment, but yes.
What, you don't save the best for last?
Well, the garlic bread gets too
Pizza's
cold.
fine to get cold. Garlic bread is not.
No, I agree.
No, see, I understand that sentiment, but for me, I just keep the garlic bread in the foil, and then it doesn't get cold. Like, I eat the pizza, and then I eat the garlic bread, and everything's okay.
You don't just
See-
eat everything all at once.
That's
Yeah.
what I do.
Yeah, I
I
shove
go
it
pizza,
all
Pretty much, yeah.
garlic
Cowards.
bread, pizza,
Do
garlic
you
bread.
do you never ask for fresh pressed garlic on your pizza, and the pizza is the garlic bread?
Whoa.
No, because Domino's would charge an arm and a leg for that.
Domino's wouldn't even know what garlic is.
Yeah, it's also true. Also true.
Okay, I raised you this.
I don't
How
like
about
garlic bread.
how about you make your own pizza?
That is very
That's
expensive.
good.
Like
Ain't
I'll
nobody
give
It's
got
not
time for
that
that.
expensive,
you
actually.
community
If I
challenge
make
of 300
it.
followers.
I-
love
It's
making-
not that expensive to make it, actually. Or
No, it's
You know-
really, it's like
It's like $30 here.
Domino's does a plant-based beef now.
to
They
make
do,
your own
actually.
pizza?
Well, you got to
Yeah.
buy the base, and then you got to do the
no.
sauces, and then you get
No,
the ham
no.
and the cheese and the.
Look, I don't know about Australia, but here, if you make 2 cheese and ham pizzas from scratch, the ingredient cost is like $3.
Yeah, nah.
See, now that is bullshit.
That's
See, because pineapple here is at least $3 a kilo.
yeah.
What? Pineapple?
Yeah.
Do I need to come over and
Yeah,
slap you?
Australians put
Yeah,
pineapple on
Josie
their
didn't say
pizzas.
pineapple.
If you could just slap
Look,
Australia
ham and
into
Yeah, we're a
into
tropical
all
country.
kinds
That's
of
what we
things,
do. All right,
Cheese. You pay $4 for a bag of cheese.
you can't cancel all of
And it's not
Australia.
even
I
good
dare
cheese.
you.
It's not even aged.
About the ingredient
Like,
cost. Like, sure, you have to buy things wholesale,
for
but the
good-
actual cost for the pizzas comes down to about
$90?
$3 a pizza.
What the fuck just happened to my?
oh no, the
Did
face
you
stole
run out
them
of
away.
battery?
It just
But the battery's
Wait.
what? Yeah, 2 seconds. I'll fix that.
That's fine.
No.
Rudy bought that invisibility potion, and that
yeah.
it's
Oh.
canon
Well,
now,
remember
so-
when I had to switch batteries every 2 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was a time.
But to feed my family of 4, it's about $30, right? For me to go to Domino's and get them to make it, it's $32.
That's.
That's
I
fair.
mean,
That's the
That's
mistake. Make
fair.
your kids buy their own pizza.
make the kids help you make the pizza. Then you
Make
can
the
cut
kids
down on
make
labor
pizza.
cost.
No, they should help because if
But
they
then you
make
get-
it, there'll be
then you
bullets
get-
Yeah,
everywhere.
because then they learn how to make
Yeah.
pizza. It becomes a family engagement. You know.
Well,
and-
see,
and-
my kids, they choose 1 meal a week, and they cook it. So obviously we help them do that. But like, not last night, the night before, my young daughter decided we're having mac and cheese.
Hmm?
So she learned how to make mac and cheese that night. My son, he has done this for a few years now. He's done it for 4 years. And he knows how to be lazy by buying hot dogs and just putting them in the water and let them cook. He just, I gotta cut the bread, cook the hot dogs. There you go, guys.
Well played.
Wait. You have hot dogs on bread?
Well, the
yeah.
buns, like, yeah, on the buns.
This is
Oh,
Australia.
on the buns. Okay.
Yeah. I
okay.
say bread because, well,
Oh my god, I thought we were
you
going
not
full
do you
bun.
not have
Here in
hot dog
Africa.
rolls in
that's
Australia?
yes, we do. I'm just
No,
Dude.
not like hot dog wraps. You don't do hot dog wraps.
wraps, as in like you got a flat bread and you put the bun there. I mean the sausage
Wrap
in,
it
you
all
wrap
the
it
way
up.
No, you have a wrap and then you put mashed potatoes and cucumber.
I'm
What the
interested.
fuck?
I'm
Cucumber
interested, though.
mayo and
You lost me
ketchup,
with the mayo.
mustard, and then you put the hot dog and then you roll it up and you eat it like.
You know,
like
I'm coming to Sweden just for food. I'll be
That's-
so
good
fat
until you
when I
why would
leave.
you put mayo on that?
What? Mayo
What?
and
I mean,
mashed
You know-
potatoes just...
those are optional, but that's the common way to do
okay.
it.
Wonders
I just
never
want some
cease.
mashed potatoes.
Roasted
But
onions,
Leah, I'm like, what?
roasted onions as well.
No,
Yeah.
I'm back.
Okay, I mean, I can see going.
back?
okay, but-
I'm back.
You're
So
back.
the
Oh.
camera
We good?
is on an emergency charge. I'm not entirely sure why the battery failed. The battery is saying 48%. But we'll see what happens here.
Could have been 69. It might have been funny.
Missed
It might have
opportunity.
Frankly,
just
I'm
been
upset.
too lewd. Too lewd for chat.
Maybe, but no, it's weird. My camera has run on 0 internal power, yet 48% on the external battery. Like, as in, like the external battery's been good, but the internal power's been done. But for
I
some
think what
reason,
actually
it's not
happened is that you helped me fix my camera, and then you picked up the curse.
Maybe I did.
It's
Maybe I
camera
did.
cooties.
Camera
of course.
cooties.
Yeah, you were
course.
like, "I'll help
Yeah.
you," and
Classic
that's
case.
not.
Well,
Classic.
in
That's
that
not
case,
right.
I'm not helping.
No, it's okay. I don't
So-
need any help. What we'll do is
The Dutch people are calling me out for having mashed potatoes with the hot dogs when they're having sauerkraut with their hot dogs.
Sauerkraut and mashed
Yeah.
potatoes are better. Look, I'm a quarter Polish, and I still have to force myself to eat more than one thing of sauerkraut
We,
on a
we even
bratwurst,
from
so-
Sweden in Gothenburg, there's an actual thing called a half special, which is that you have a hot dog bun with the 2 hot dogs and mashed potatoes in it.
okay.
I'm just curious why the sausage and hot.
I've never had
The
like,
mysteries will
mashed
never cease.
potatoes in a hot dog before, but
Mystery mashed potatoes, it's just potatoes, cream, and butter.
no. See, you didn't. Let me. What I was gonna say is that we've had bangers and mash before, right? Or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know, bangers and mash. It's sausages and mashed
it's
potatoes.
perfect. It's perfect. yes.
So why? How does add? I actually can see Josie's point here. I feel
No,
like
I
I'm adding
see
a
it.
bun.
I'm just more curious because obviously hot dogs don't taste like sausages.
Hey, remember
No.
that time when we
The
were
meat
like,
is
"Hey
different.
guys, did you want to like cut down on the banter before we start the game?"
To be fair, I did ask. We can go now.
I'm not complaining. I'm just finding it funny.
I'm complaining. What are we
Yes.
complaining about?
I've not had a full-on haircut, but I have had my bangs cut, so I can actually see
Looking bang.
Valve says that they like the way Josie says potatoes.
potatoes.
I'm a
You want me to say this?
potato.
I'll do it, and then we'll do the thing. It is Hotties.
Sorry, can you say it again?
Hotties.
Is that what
Sharks.
Can we stop teaching
I'm not-
Orb new words because then he comes into my chat and spams them, alright? Can we
Oh
not-
yes.
Veggie life.
Hi.
Shut the fuck up, Des. Oh, I wasn't muted. Sorry. Hold on. Desi. Okay, I'm back.
You're allowed to say "shut the fuck up." It's fine.
I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the thing.
I'm making a face, you just can't see it.
I can see your eyeless smiling icon phase, which is horrifying. Hi everyone, welcome to Dramonia, session 52. We're back again. I'm Josie Poser, I'm the Dungeon Mistress. I run this game, and we're gonna do some quick introductions, but not too quick. We have Roju from Participation Award, playing Gerald the Wizard, who happens to be a warlock. We have returning guest for who knows how long, Gudatome, playing George. We have Ozzy Devfro playing Rudy Magic Hands McGee, the cleric of the party who seems to be falling apart. We have Wettest Orb playing Arthur Oblet III, the Elven Rogue Ranger, who is good for nothing but combat. We have Cuddly Raptor playing Nana Melivora, the Gnome Druid, who is currently in a very curious location.
Mm.
But what are we all drinking today? I am having, against better judgment, energy drink.
Not a bad judgment. I think that's a great judgment. Because energy drink is awesome. I am drinking good old beer because beer is beer and it's hot here, and why the hell not?
The rhyme was free.
I've got a very similarly coloured drink to you, Josie, but it's just solo.
I'm
just
here with
drinking
my
water.
Red Bull. I also have water.
Water.
It's good for you, Cuddly. It's good for you, Cuddly.
And this floating, disembodied voice is drinking coffee.
What?
Nice.
No way. No way.
Yeah, it's now where I would hold up my mug, my "This is fine" mug, but everything's not fine, so you can't see this is fine mug.
Everything's
is
not fine. Oh my god. The dinosaurs are all up in the kitchen.
Moogle says, I would have had whiskey, but it's not even noon.
Have it anyway. It's
Yeah, just
It's
If it's
noon
after 10,
somewhere.
5 p.m.
Go
where
for
I
it.
am.
But
So it's nice
last time on Dramonia, the party awoke in the underground city of Tarkar.
Mm.
Arthur Orblet, having woken up first, having slept the night in the guild house rather than at the I've forgotten the name already. Cozy Crust Inn that Nana had led the party to.
No one wants it to.
And Arthur went just looking around town, looking for some arrows, maybe. Eventually ending up in a large, almost department store-like structure. Like ceilings high, lots of shelves with various things, everything from food to hardware, tools, some sets of armor, basic weaponry. Where he ran into an elf. Another elf. And not just this one was different. Different tone of skin, different hue of hair. And they struck up a conversation, a bit awkward, albeit, but they still made some rapport. Arthur, trying to figure out where elves might come from, and this other elf, Elin, simply said that she didn't really care. She grew up in the city of Burd, on the other side of the Ashen Peak. Her parents are elven. That's all she knows is that supposedly there are more to the east. But she's never had an interest in figuring out why. As the party came to, woke up that morning, you all made your way to the Cask and Casket for breakfast where Elind works. A bit of an awkward conversation was had about Elind as she was serving the table. She asked you to please stop. And then the half-orc, half-hobgoblin bouncer Terry was put on duty to keep an eye on all of you.
All of us.
All of us.
Sure.
After having had talked through your idea, your plan for the time being, you made your way further down into the city, where it's definitely a lot warmer. You passed through what seems to be a residential area, and you ended up in the Sorcerer Family's district. Talking a while with the shopkeep near the entrance, buying a few items because you were of the idea that Shams, the Ur-dragon you've been looking for, might be in the magma lake below the city. You bought potions of fire resistance. Only to find out when you did meet with the head of the city, Veron, after using one of your 5 sealed scrolls from the Queen, that no, in fact Shams is somewhere completely different. And only through magical impartition of knowledge would they allow the directions to be divulged, and only to one person. The party chose that as a ranger, Arthur was going to be the one to gain this information.
Which was
Being
not the
put-
smartest choice. Just...
Being put under Aegeus, he's given the instructions of how to find Shams. But he cannot tell anyone how to get there. He can simply lead others to the destination. As you were leaving, you also got a writ that would give you access to some fire potions, and you had a bit of an awkward run-in again with the shopkeep who gave you your money back in a way. And you passed by the hospital And Nana asked the party to go on ahead as she was going to go in and meet someone she hadn't in many decades. As she signed in to visit, as she came to the door, someone else came through and almost bumped into her. And as this person walked off down the corridor, she made a second take. Was that Jack? And that's where we're gonna jump in.
Jumping right in.
Was it Jack?
Who is Jack?
Is it Jack?
Is he married to Jill?
No.
Okay.
Maybe. Oh, not this beautiful
What is
music.
this music?
Not this beautiful music.
Oh my.
Oh,
Why do
God.
I
Hannah.
feel like heartstrings?
Standing in the doorway,
I'm gonna read that.
walking, disappearing down the corridor. It could have been Jack. You haven't seen Jack in some odd 20 years. The letter stopped coming a couple of years ago. But as you turn around and you look into the room, there sits, on a chair, looking at a picture frame of what seems to be a magical painting portraying almost a window of a cavernous system filled with geodes. Pale, hairless, old. Your father, Martin.
Oh no, who do I go for first?
So Nana is not actually the Nana. There's still someone above Nana.
There's always another Nana.
Grand Nana.
Granana.
Papa Nana.
If Nana were to look now, how far has Jack gotten? Is it possible to catch up?
It is possible he's about to disappear around the corner.
Oh. Nana takes one look inside and makes the decision to turn back and follow Jack.
You turn around and you run, and you get around the corner, and you bump into the back of this person's leg. Now an adult. And he turns around, looks down at you. Excuse me, are you okay?
Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. You just, you look like someone I used to know. This is so silly. You wouldn't know a Jack, perchance, would you?
There's a moment, like, looks back, look at you, and really looks at you. Like, really looks at you. No. 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 No.
Maybe.
And there's just this smile. There's just this huge smile. Nana?
Oh, Jacaranda, and she goes for his cheek, but she just can't reach. He's too tough.
Picks you up effortlessly.
And he's allowed
This
to.
This person who you haven't seen since they were I don't know, 13, 14, talking about going on grand adventures while making food together, just picks you up and just holds you so tight, just gives you a big hug. And you feel this warmth emanating from Jack. Not only an emotional warmth, but physical warmth. Like his skin is warmer than someone who's running a fever. And he just holds you so tight, and it's just... And then he puts you down, and he wipes away some tears that are coming too, and just... I figured you'd come by someday if I stayed here.
I always knew we would meet again. I just didn't think it would be here. What are you doing here? You have to tell me everything. What were your adventures like? I have to know.
Honestly, I didn't have too many adventures. I joined the guild. I did some minor things. I helped clear some sewers. It was a lot of, you know, I couldn't really fit in. It was a bit like I felt like I was being messed with, you know. They would give me all of these really silly things to do that no one else wanted to do, but I still did them. You know?
The sewers sound like a shit job.
It really was. And eventually, and he leads you over to what looks like a waiting area, and you sit down on a couple of chairs. Eventually, I got enough money together, and I felt like I'd go somewhere, you know? Just anywhere. So I rented a room on a caravan, and for a couple of months just went hither, thither, all over the place. We went south to the Cross. So circus? That was amazing. And then one day I ended up here. And there was there was an incident, really. And I helped in the made friends with one in the sorcerer families. They took me in, gave me somewhere to live, something to do. And then one day I was volunteering here and I saw Martin, and after a while I figured that he was related to you. Every now and then when he's got a lucid moment, he'd mention his little girl. And I figured if I stay here, one day you'll probably come by.
Well, you were right, and you were also wrong. That sounds like a lot of adventure to me.
Well, nothing compared to the stories you told.
Ha! My story.
I never saw a dragon. Never saw a dragon.
Well, maybe one day. You never know. And they come in all shapes and sizes.
I guess. But you look young. What?
Younger, and with things had happened. Who knew the old world was very good for your skin?
So it's real. It's not just a fairy tale.
It is real, and it is beautiful, and it is filled with a very strange hag coven. But I do love them.
What
Maybe
have
you
you
could.
been up?
Maybe you could come someday.
I mean, I'd love to. And there's a bit of sadness in his eyes when he says that.
Okay. Well, Jack, you probably know why I'm here, but I don't suppose you would like to meet my my merry band of current travel mates, would you?
I'd love to.
Would you be able to give me a moment with
Yeah.
Martin? All right. I'll come and
Sure.
collect you. I've never turned you down for a good meal.
I'll wait here.
All right, and then hops off a chair and goes down the hall just to check in with her
Perception
again.
check as you're leaving.
Swear to God, Josie, if he's not there, if he is gone when I return, the die is rolling like 2 frames a second. Die.
We need to know.
That's stupid.
I'm screaming at my chat right now.
Aussies hardcore scream.
He's not gonna be there, is he?
You return to the room. The door still slightly ajar.
I hate this choice now.
Martin, still sitting in the chair, looking at this picture frame. And it's a nice frame. And you can see it's almost like it's been set up to mimic a window. And it looks at this beautiful, lustrous, geode cavern. And he just sits ever so slightly angled towards it. It's a very basic room. There's a small table, 2 chairs, there's a bed, a little wash basin nook. And you can see there's a tray of there's crumbs. Seems like someone's been eating something here recently. But he's just sitting in this chair, looking through this window.
And for flavor, I'm gonna add that there is a shelf with a little urn on it, so it's probably mostly like not forged, but like made of clay, like in a kiln. There's like a little decoration of like, it almost looks like a seamless piece of wood around it, just like carved and polished and stuff like that. And next to it is a little carved volcano. I didn't actually tell you this one. It was in my brain. Next to it is this little carved volcano and some sort of magic. I'm sure you would know which kind, but some sort of magic is making like little bubbles in this little red liquid. Just yeah, and that was a gift.
There's also what seems to be a carved little model version of the train, the Magirail, on the same shelf.
Oh, he's a train boy. So Nana goes and sits over by the frame as well and looks out and goes, "Hi, Dad. Well, I'm back." And they sit there a little bit.
Just
And she
keeps
looks at
looking at
looking at the frame, and she glances at the urn and goes, "I think I've found a place you'll like. But I have to get us there. You know, I really miss her. But I think you'll both be happy there." And they sit.
There's no visible reaction. He's just sitting there, looking at this, not really even looking at the window. His eyes are unfocused. He's just sitting in that direction.
Nana sits there for a while, maybe 5-10 minutes, just in silence. And she leans over, gives him a big hug, and just says, "I just need to do something. If you can just hold on." A little kiss on the forehead.
As you lean back from the kiss, you feel a tug. Just thumb and forefingers holding on to a piece of your clothing. Still eyes, unfocused, looking towards the picture frame. You just hear very, very faintly, "Melly."
Yes, Dad, it's me. I told you I'd always visit. You can't get away from me. I brought your favorite. And she digs in her pouch a little bit and pulls out some chocolate chunk cookies. Gotta have a chunk. Yeah. And they sit like that for a little bit. Probably until he lets go.
He lets go, and as he does, he hasn't looked away. His eyes still looking the same way, and after a while, his hands relax, and he just says, "See you soon."
Gives another kiss on the forehead and heads out the door, down the hall, to where Jack was waiting.
Jack is still sitting there.
Oh. Orm's gone. Just kind of wipes away a couple tears and goes, Jack, sorry about that. You know how it is. But if you'll indulge me, I'd love you to meet my friends.
Yeah. Sure, and he stands up. Lead the way.
And she does. Out the door, says goodbye to the reception, up the tunnel thing.
Yep.
And to wherever the group
As you
is.
catch up with the others, because we're gonna move over to the others real quick. I'm just gonna try to not start the weirdest music possible.
Oh my lord.
The rest of you, as you're walking through the city, take it now, having slowed down, not really much purpose. You're just kind of waiting for Nana, kind of moving back up. But you're able to take in the city. And the architecture, you can see the glow from the lake beneath. And there's just a moment where you hear something from the corner, like a back street. You hear someone go, "Psst."
Arthur, are you passing wind? Would you cut that out?
Sorry, I'm still emotionally going through what just happened. Passing wind? What are you talking about? Arthur starts to look around.
I will check though. Do we need a break after that? Is everyone okay?
We good.
No, we're good.
I'm
If
good.
anything,
That
I'm
was
more,
so
I'm
well
more
done,
hyped
though.
than ever.
I've no
I
cameras,
will-
so I'm safe.
Yeah, I will say, just breaking game a little bit. Me and Cuddly did have a talk about this in advance, so
You
this
guys
is not something
done
that this is not something that I.
This is not the
really-
DM doing this.
I know, you guys played it so well. Cuddly's
It
tackling
was
the
so
voice.
beautiful.
Josie. I'm sitting there. I had to turn my camera off emotionally. The glasses are off.
Yeah,
I was tearing up. That was beautiful.
yeah. Balverine's is sipping my tears right now.
But
Oh.
But just want to say, This is not something that I just threw at Cuddly. This is something we've been talking about.
You guys did
It's
that
true. We've
so,
been planning this
so
for so long, actually.
let's keep it going.
Yeah.
well. Passing wind? What are you talking about?
I hear...
Arthur smells. No, I haven't passed any wind.
As you sniff, you do smell like this really acrid, like almost like charred smell. Like, what is that?
Oh, Ozzy, that was you, surely. Oh,
I don't know who this Aussie person is.
I mean,
but-
Rudy, that was surely you. Something that rotten has to come from a rotten body like you.
well,
I
I
told you he was
never.
dead. I keep saying it. He's dead. What looks dead, what smells dead, it's dead.
I don't smell like.
I hate to say it, but I'm with George on this one.
But I don't smell. I only smell when I take off the armor. You want to smell?
I don't think you smell
Arthur's
anything. You're
gonna
missing a
start looking
nose,
around.
Rudy.
Arthur's gonna
you
start.
saying your armor is
look around,
air
and
freshener?
you do see a cloaked figure, very like tall but hunched over, standing by the edge of an alleyway, and just like gesturing towards your group.
Rudy, that's your passing wind. And Arthur looks over.
Oh.
Yeah, as you're getting closer, the smell is just getting stronger. There's like this charred flesh, rotten
Oh.
sulfur smell.
All right, Rudy, it wasn't you, mate.
I think that one's for probably one of you two. Tell me what he wants, yes?
Oh, right, fine. I suppose not having a nose does help in this situation.
Come on, Rudy, let's go find out what he wants.
Ugh, all right.
George, you
Yes.
coming?
Pros of going. I don't have to sit
Gerald
in
has
that
like one leg either side of his
I have to
broom
go
ready
with
for
you.
escape.
Yeah, sure, I'll come.
As you're all getting closer, you can see now this person has a, for lack of visual representation, imagine the hybrid alien from Alien Resurrection, where it's got like this almost like lizard-like body, but a humanoid face with a squashed nose and deep-set eyes,
Oh.
and the smell is just awful.
Hello, friend. Are we able to help you with anything?
Yeah, I wanna talk to the wizard person.
What does he want?
Hang on, before we let you talk to someone so delicate,
Yeah.
what do you need to talk to him about?
Is he dangerous?
Wizard. Well, there's a wizard. I need to talk to the wizard.
Yeah, but like I said, he's a pretty delicate being. and-
No, but he's a big boy, Arthur. He can take care of his own brothers. Gerald, he wants to speak to you. Come, get over here.
Why?
Just
Bring your delicate little butt over here.
I saw you. You all came from the Sork's place, right?
Delicate
Right?
butt?
did
The magic. Did you? You didn't buy any Sork blood, did you?
Any what?
Sork blood.
Sork? Oh, I have no idea what that is. Arthur, do you know what Sork blood is?
That's why I want to talk to the wizard.
Oh,
You don't look like the type.
Gerald,
What
he's
blood?
asking about blood. Do you just get over
Tell him he
here.
can't have any of my blood.
Arthur comes out and he's now behind Gerald and pushing him towards the guy.
And because Gerald had already activated the broom, he's actually got no purchase on the ground right now, and so he's just like, wait, no, hey.
When he gets closer, Rudy puts a hand on the broom.
While it's not actually enough to stop him, it's like
Yeah.
mentally enough to stop him.
I love it.
You're a magic-y person, right?
Yes, quite astute. I'm a wizard.
Did you buy any Sork blood?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Do you have any Sork blood?
Sork blood?
Yeah. And then you just see this person look behind you and like, fuck, and just like starts heading way deeper into the alley.
Arthur follows.
Oh,
Hey,
well,
come back.
well,
Arthur, don't follow the strange man to a second location.
I'm pretty sure this is what Nana wanted us not to do.
I'm also pretty sure this is how we lose party members.
Arthur, stop.
Oh, then all by all means, go ahead.
Arthur sort of slows down.
Yeah.
What is that?
As you turn around to look at the party, you do see two dwarves in those glowing breastplates coming towards the group.
The glowing
Hello,
breastplates. Is this a uniform that's known to us?
It's like the guards,
Ah.
local, like.
Cool, got you. Guards, there was a very suspicious man there.
Yes, we saw that you were talking to one of the Sulgath.
Who?
Sulgath. Troglodytes.
Oh. They cause problems here, or is that, or are they fine?
Some do, some don't. But did that one want anything specific?
He was,
Yes, he
Sort
was,
of blood.
he was
was
asking
looking
for
for
blood.
Yes,
And you see one of them like takes out a little like pen and a pad and starts writing something.
And I prefer my blood inside me, personally, so I said no.
No, it's misunderstanding. It's a street name, if you will, for sorcerer's blood, which isn't actually really completely blood. It's something the sorcerer families have done, and it's
I was
made its way
relieved for
through
a
the
moment.
streets. Unfortunately.
Hold on, just not completely blood? Meaning it is somewhat blood.
I don't know the process. I'm not a sorcerer myself. You'd have to ask them for the process, but it is, from what I understand, we've had a briefing. They developed, in recent years, what seems to be some sort of magical augmentor that can be injected into the blood. And it's found its way to the streets.
Oh.
It's just sort of like how you got alcohol in your system, Gerald. But it's like magic spells in your blood instead.
Alcohol doesn't enhance.
I think this is more alchemy,
too.
Arthur. This is more alchemy.
Yeah, it might still boost your blood in some sort of way. It's just magic blood.
Arthur.
Yes, Arthur, that's completely
Is that
correct.
necromancy?
Okay,
Doesn't
but
sound like necromancy.
hold on. Important question. You can't
Yes,
take
yes.
it from wizard's blood, though, right? This is just a sorcerer thing.
Oh, we can find
I
out.
don't know the details. You'd have to go ask, but from what I understand,
ask someone.
From the briefing we've had, it is made by imbuing blood that has been mixed with certain reagents to retain the magical properties of a sorcerer's powers.
Oh,
I see. I just
I could
don't
become
want
a
to be
sorcerer.
bled in my sleep. That's my main consideration
That's
here.
not. No.
No, because I'm a wizard, not a sorcerer.
Okay, what, Gerald? Yes, you're safe, but sorry, guardsman. So if we see anyone asking for Sork blood, we should alert you. Yes, or any passing guard. It's not for distribution on the street.
Is this an illegal substance?
It is regulated to some degree. It's just that it has found its way to the street in a impure form that seems to be causing harm to individuals.
Unauthorized production of sorts.
Not so much production as it seems they've altered it, diluted it,
they've added water to it.
or something.
I'm guessing that makes it dangerous.
Yes, it seems to do. It makes it. It seems, if anything, it comes with harmful drawbacks and addictive connotations.
Oh,
We're doing our best to get it off the streets before it takes a proper hold.
that sounds like quite nasty stuff.
we
But
have
not
time?
illegal then, I suppose.
No, Arthur. What? No, we don't have any.
Usually,
no,
when
I think
usually
we have time.
the people who buy it, they get a receipt that we check.
Ah, right.
So I
And
wish-
as you're having this conversation, Nana, you and Jack are starting to catch up. You can see the party. They're talking to two of these city guards.
Are they
Not
being
about to get in
arrested?
trouble.
Are they? It's like-
Yeah, Nana sees the city guards and just immediately goes, "Oh my god, I left them alone for less than an hour."
So are they still holding hands?
Yeah.
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 Arthur
So-
pulling steps around the guard and go, "Hey, what are you holding hands with?"
That's a rude question, Arthur.
Excuse me, Arthur, this is my friend, Jack.
Well, Jack, this is my Nana, my friend Nana.
Arthur, don't be rude.
Wait,
No, I don't like any random
I
person
thought you
holding
and
Nana's-
Rudy were together.
Yeah, well,
What do you mean she's your Nana?
Sure,
I just care for her. She's very kind, and I don't want her holding hands with any other person.
Rudy clamps his hand over Arthur's mouth.
What's left of it?
Lovely to meet you, Jack.
I'm sorry to cut introductions short, but are you all under arrest? again.
I hope not.
No. We were just asking some questions, but it's no biggie. They ran into a person of interest, if you will.
Oh, that's very good, because you see, officer, I only just left them, and I do worry. So.
Arthur sort of grabs Rudy's hands off his mouth. No, the person of interest is who you're holding.
Arthur, if you open your mouth again, I'm sticking a finger in there.
Oh, no. That is a threat. Holy crap.
Promise.
Oof.
Jack just looks at you, Nana. Well, this... I don't know if I'm surprised or if this is exactly what I expected.
Do forgive our manners. I'm Gerald the Wizard. An acquaintance of Nana Melivora's here. Jack, was it?
Yes.
Is it okay to shake his hand? He's not sick or anything, is he? I'm not going to catch anything. Nana?
I'm sure Jack is fine. Look, this is Jack and Arthur. I know you don't want me meeting anyone else, but Jack and I
Arthur's now trying to make his way between you and Jack. He's just like,
Nana's not letting go of that hand. She's like,
he's like trying to be protective of you.
Jack,
You're
Gerald,
going to need to
as
be
you-
protected from Nana in a second.
As you shake his hand is very warm.
Oh.
Like, noticeably so.
Now, Nana didn't roll a good perception, so she doesn't notice the warmth.
Hands.
Well, you know it's warm, but nothing else.
No, okay, just warm. And yeah.
I will say, Arthur, you may roll a perception check since you are getting up and close, and it's one of your main skills.
And while Arthur does that,
16.
yeah, Nana will just tell everyone. Back when I lived in Bandoria, well, I used to feed a lot of people, more than you, when they were just down on their luck, and
George, you can also do a perception check.
found Jack one day, and turns out he's a very good cook. I think he's better than me at dessert.
What?
No,
Oh,
not
I
even.
think so.
Okay,
yeah.
now this is something we need to test. 100.
Does this mean we're having a cooking battle?
And Jack looks at you,
I
Nana, and there's like a
volunteer to
there's a smirk, and he says like the good old days.
Oh, like the good old days.
I am so
I
here
would
for
say
Shokugeki
no.
no Dungeon.
I will prepare my tasting fork.
For the perception checks, Arthur, you notice ever so faintly, but just on the hem of the collar of Jack's tunic, there is almost like a glow. Like a vein, but it's glowing inside the vein itself. Like there's just this faint light emanating from just under the skin, like a pulse. George, with the way your senses work, you can feel the heat emanating from within this person. There's a source near the heart, on the chest. And there's just underneath the skin, there's almost like a spiderweb vein structure that's just spreading out throughout the torso, pulsing with heat.
Oh.
That's interesting.
What?
I will never notice any of this.
No, you won't. That's the beauty of it.
Rudy's too busy wiping the slobber off his hand to notice this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full
Can I
ones.
go ahead and use detect magic on it, just in case? Like to
Yeah, sure.
get a sense. I'd like to do that.
If you want to cast Detect Magic, do so.
I would love to.
As you focus your senses and you make your senses go beyond just the normal, and you take in magical essences as well, this glow becomes clearer. and it is definitely magical. Do you want to focus in and learn what schools of magic?
Yes, please.
Evocation and transmutation.
Oh,
Oh.
that's very interesting.
Arthur for
I don't know what
once.
those mean.
Arthur's gonna keep his mouth shut for once.
That means your friend is sus.
I mean, I knew that.
Evocation covers like elemental magics, and transmutation is just the turning one thing
Change.
into another thing. So it's a change magic.
I mean, he was human last time I met him, but
Looks human, still, like for all intents and purposes.
So
okay. Fair enough.
Arthur is gonna back up a little bit.
Mhm.
And he's gonna be like, well, Nena seems to be fond of you. But Nena, did you see, and Arthur's gonna point out the bit where he's seen, did you notice this on your friend, and points it out.
Oh, Arthur, stop being rude to someone we just met.
And that was what, just like a little flicker of heat or something?
Yeah, just like a little
Oh.
bit, like
Glowing under the skin a little bit.
And yeah,
just
and
like a
Nana just kind of goes, "We're in a very warm city, Orb. I would be
Yes,
surprised if
but-
people didn't have fire magic."
Actually, I'll say
Oh,
Oh.
maybe the meat.
Also what?
Sorry, I keep forgetting the name.
So what?
Hang on, you stop.
You cut out of the
You cut out after you said also.
also.
I don't always have the worst issues. He actually
So what
has
we-
a point this time.
So-
It's kind of magic-y.
Uh,
Smidge.
Jack looks a bit like uncomfortable and awkward. Takes like a half step back.
What's
Like,
what?
I-
Oh, hold on. What do you mean? What's going on here?
And Jack just like puts his hand up. If let's say we go somewhere and we can talk. Nana was going to tell you it's no secrets. Like people around here know what's going on. Let's just go somewhere. We can sit down, have lunch.
I think
I'll
lunch would
cook.
be
We
a
can go to
great
my
idea.
place.
Yes, your place seems fine. Yes.
If Nana vouches for you, that's good enough for me.
I mean,
And
I'm always hungry, so I'm not going to say no to the meal.
fair enough. And,
No meal was
Jack-
mentioned.
Yeah.
Jack says this way and just like ushers you back towards almost where you came from. Like and you walk past the hospital. You walk past you see like a group of these cloaked figures far down in one alley, Arthur. You see like a few of them and they look your way and then disappear.
Arthur just
And
but when he sees that, he's gonna sort of go to George and sort of, George, what do you think of this Jack fella?
Well, is Nana's friend. Does Nana mention her friends? I don't know you guys much. Does she talk about friends?
Look, to be honest, not really. I mean, she
Oh, that's
said-
a lie. She has mentioned him once, but not
probably
by name.
Probably not. Yeah. Look, I've never heard of this guy or anything like that myself. That's why I'm so sus. They're holding hands and all that sort of stuff. It just throws me off. Nana only holds
She
their
did say
hands
she
when
was
we're
going to meet
scared.
someone. Did she go on a blind date and then come back with a boyfriend? Is that what's going on?
Oh my lord! Nana's. Oh.
If that's the case, then we should watch out for him and make sure.
Yeah. We need to suss out this person.
Oh no.
Like,
Yeah.
Nana,
Make sure he's not a changeling or a cat bitch.
That's exactly
Oh
right.
my
We need to
God.
make sure Nana is safe.
Yeah.
George, I'm glad we're on the same mindset here.
Yeah, I can't afford to lose my cookie factory.
Well, I consider her as more of a really great friend, but
Oh yeah, friend. We can't lose our
yeah,
friend.
cookie factory friend, the same thing, I guess.
Oh my god.
you come up to an area of small houses. They look very similar to stone structures. They're very boxy looking. There's a few windows here and there. There's a door. It looks like it's a single floor, and it's just a stone's throw away from the entrance into the sorcerer family community. And Jack holds the door open, and you can see inside. It's fairly Spartan-esque. There's few furnitures, but there's a table. There's a few chairs. There looks like there's a stove. There's a door that seems to lead to a different room, but it's like one of those almost like a studio apartment-esque type where it's one big room, then there seems to be one smaller room behind a closed door.
So Arthur's just had a light bulb moment.
Oh
Literally,
no.
light bulb moment.
Oh no.
And he's gonna pull George off to the side and go, George,
Yeah.
you know how that shadow cloak person smelt really bad? They were talking about that magic blood
Oh.
and the veins and hot. Could this be in relation to that magic blood? Like maybe he's got the.
Not his date is an addict.
Well, I don't know, but I'm just saying. Like I noticed the veins and the stuff, and they're warm apparently, and I don't know what you noticed, but like.
Well, it's got evocation and it's got magic on it, and like that could mean lots of things technically, but also I guess you're not entirely wrong. It's a possibility. But how's this? This was all your idea. You should talk to Nana.
Come on, this ain't my first rodeo, Gerald. I just don't.
At this point, are the rest of us inside or like cross the threshold?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Arthur,
I know, we're
George,
just, like,
come on.
hanging
What? Get in here! You're letting it in the. Oh, you're letting in the hot air. That's a new one, actually. Come on!
Yeah, okay. And Arthur sort of just like George, like, got this.
Just like, yeah. Walks in.
Wait, did you just thumbs up the blind person in our group?
He did.
Yep.
Not again. This is
And
Hulk
George
moment.
reacted to it. That's the best part.
Oh, man.
That's why George is just like, yeah, let's just go. He's just done with reminding them that he's blind.
Sorry, I just hadn't pointed it out.
That is so true.
No,
I
that one
just
actually
straight-
flew over my head.
And the best part
I-
is that Orb wouldn't have even noticed. Like,
I-
Arthur
I-
would- for all his
We still
perception.
don't know.
He's just like,
Arthur
this seems
treats
right.
No, no,
everyone
point-
equal.
The point comes in the form of like wisdom here, because while he noticed the thumbs up, doesn't mean that he's putting one and one together about like the reaction.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is good.
But you all step in, and it is nicer. It's still warm. As Jack closes the door, it's still like rather warm compared to the Cozy Crust Inn or the tavern you went to, stores. It's a few degrees warmer, definitely. And Jack gestures, feel free, have a seat. I don't know if I have enough chairs. If that's okay.
We're quite used to sitting on the ground. And then probably, if there's not enough chairs, she'll just pull a little like pillow or something out
Yeah.
of it.
I'll set the broom.
Sit on the
and just-
broom.
yeah, just
Oh, nice.
perch on it
Use it as
sideways.
a bench, like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sit on it and be like,
Arthur grabs another pillow and like puts it right next to Nana and sits
oh
next to
my
Nana.
god.
And Jack walks up to a stove and he opens this like it looks like an old like cast iron stove, opens and just holds a hand up, and a flame just like starts burning inside the stove.
Ooh. And
Oh,
Nana
that's
wants to go
a
and
neat
check that
trick.
out.
You magically inclined, Jack.
Little bit.
Hmm.
Little bit. I know a few tricks.
We must have picked that up on the road. Or is that why you always got that fire started before I could even turn around?
No, that was just because I was trying to impress you. But no, this is fairly recent. Depending on how you measure time, I suppose. Friends of Nana, welcome to my humble abode. My name is Jacaranda. You all seem to be very suspicious people. Not as in that I'm suspicious of you. You seem to be suspicious of everything else.
Oh,
Well,
No, that
don't take
is
it
just,
personally. I'm suspicious of everything.
Gerald
Okay.
is scared
Still
little
gonna take
rabbit.
it personally.
Arthur is just clumsy with words and everything.
No. I retract that. I don't see Nana walk down the street with any person's hand in hers.
Then
Yeah, but-
obviously it means that there's somebody special, Arthur.
Look,
Show some
everyone,
decorum.
everyone.
Sorry,
We're
Melvora.
in Jack's house. Jack, look. Thank you for the offer for lunch. If we could be courteous guests, and like I've told you, I knew Jack when he was very little. Just a little sprout next to whatever this giant tree is now. I'm still being over that. And I've known him for years. In fact, he inspired me to come adventuring. There, you wouldn't have even met me. I was basically a hermit.
See, there you go, Arthur. Nana clearly has known Jack longer than she's known you. Be nice.
Arthur's now got his cushion, moving to George, and just sort of whispers to George, "I don't think they're going out." And then sort of here comes back.
Abort mission.
How loud did he say that?
He whispered it pretty much, and
Yeah, okay.
whispered it pretty much.
Rudy's got a decent passive perception. Gerald would probably
I
be
would
the only
not.
one not picking up on that.
Oh
No,
my
I'm
God,
too busy
no.
looking around for
Nana
traps or
hurt
ambushes.
Look,
Feel free
Jack,
to make a perception check, Gerald, for traps.
Oh my God. That's the worst.
this is why.
Oh
Nana
wait, no,
doesn't
not
take us to see
performance.
more friends.
Perception.
This is why we don't meet them.
The only other friend I have, I can never know where she's gonna be.
Oh my
Her
God.
house takes her.
You don't know how close that was to a natural 20, but that's a 2.
There are traps everywhere.
Everywhere.
There's no-
Could be.
You look around, and there's, I don't know, you don't see any traps, but they could still be there. You don't know if they're hidden.
That's the worst kind.
Yeah. All of those kitchen drawers, there's who knows what kind of stuff's in there. The cupboard, what's in the other room? Is there anything on the table?
I think when the conversation sort of gets back to like regular idle conversation, Gerald's just gonna stand up and sort of sidestep over towards the kitchen and just look in the occasional drawer, just in case.
Jack looks at you as you're doing this, like, okay.
Actually, at the same time, Arthur's actually going to get up and go, "I think I owe you an apology.
That's very nice.
I might have
His
been
hands are in his
suspicious
head. His head is in his hands.
just because I care for Nana a lot. I know I show it in the worst ways." And he comes forward and shakes his hand and says,
You shake hands. And Jack says, "Thank you." Yeah, I think there's a very few people who've ever met Nana and not just been taken in. You know?
Look,
Hmm.
if Nana's one of those people, if anyone hurt her, they're gonna get hurt. But the thing is, it's really hard to hurt Nana because Nana whacks a goddamn punch, and
I've been hit by the spoon a few times in my days.
oh, you have? You have?
They're bonding
Oh.
over the spoon.
Well, look, I've been
You
hit
know,
by the spoon a
Arthur
couple of
has the
times
wealth.
too.
Compare
Listen to Wells.
bruises, yeah.
So Arthur sort of like starts like, I was hit here, sort of starts trying to.
Oh my God.
Where did Nana hit you?
Well, usually on my tush, back of the
Oh.
head, my hands.
Oh, their hands? Yeah, the amount of times I tried to sneak food and
Well, I
Speaking
didn't
of
really
food,
sneak my food. It was well, I did sneak food at first, and then one day she caught me, and she was like, "If you're gonna steal food, at least learn how to cook it." And that's how it started.
Ah,
That is true. That's my goal.
so
We're going
how
to
did
take
you
it.
meet?
Might as well be tasty.
How did you meet Nana? Like, how
Oh
did it
yes.
all start?
How did you meet?
It turns on a sink. Yep.
Look at Nana. I was on my own when I was young, and Nana sometimes gave out free food to people who needed it, and I figured if she's giving out free food, what if all food is free? And I maybe stole from her garden a few times before she caught me, and
Like,
one thing led to another, and she took me in.
Arthur sort of gestures towards George and goes, "Well, see, George thinks Nana's a never-ending pit of food as well. So I'm not saying that's the reason why George is with us."
It's
But
the reason
George-
George is with us.
I mean, it's part of the reason that I'm here. I mean, my tummy is quite empty. There was food mentioned, yes?
Yes, but that's because of the worms, Rudy. The worms.
You got
Nana's
worms.
No, we concluded it's not the worms, it's the curse, but just...
I thought we said it was maggots.
What if it's a curse of worms, though, Rudy?
Rudy has now put his head back into
Should
his
we
hand.
prepare something for them before they go mad?
Arthur goes over to console.
Food start, yeah, definitely, and like just starts, like reaches into a little bit of a pantry, gets some eggs frying in a pan. There's a few like baby carrots are being fried up in some butter as well. And it's not like this big feast of a lunch, but it's like after a few minutes, Jack places what's essentially a tray of like scrambled eggs, some chopped up pork. There's a few fried, some raw vegetables, and serves it with what seems to be very, very nice, cool water that has some herbs in it.
Oh.
Well, it's nothing major, but you know, I'm gonna
It's
roll a check.
lovely. Thank you, Jack.
Oh, trust me, it'll be better than
very
traveling
tasty.
rations.
It's definitely better than traveling rations, and it's like you have a taste. You start eating it. It is so well cooked, so well seasoned. It's like when you have something that's very basic, but it just feels elevated.
Yeah.
So when Arthur's gonna take a bite, he's gonna obviously it's gone down the wrong way. So he's coughing on it, and he doesn't mean to, but he realizes he can play on Gerald's fear of traps because you can see him obviously playing around, and he goes, "Gerald."
What is it, Arthur? I can't hear you.
It's
You're
like-
coughing.
I got something.
It's okay, I'll resurrect him if needed.
Arthur
Just
falls,
keep eating.
Arthur falls
Oh.
over, but he does it in such a silly way.
Make an exception check.
Yeah, does it fool me?
Hang on, that means well, Rudy's kind of calling the bluff. So should he roll it inside as well?
Well, we're using passive insights on this one,
Okay.
so I just want to see what the deception roll is.
Oh, you want me to deception?
Yeah, deception.
Deception. I got advantage. No, I don't. Never trust a fool. No, it's just a normal roll.
Yep.
Oh,
Good.
no.
God.
Yeah, for everyone involved, Arthur's choking. Arthur's choking on the food.
Oh, Nana takes a spoon and gives him a big old whack in the back, going, "Oh, it's all right. You should really learn to chew your food, though.
Arthur, are
It's
you
going to
alright?
be fine."
It's not poison, is it, Nana? Rudy, check him for poison.
I didn't prepare that spell. You think
I
could
just
just
ate
pop-
3 carrots. You really think it's poison? He's just got weak constitution.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
that's
I guess Nana is fine. Oh, well, if he dies,
mean, if
And
it is
Jack looks
poison,
around and grabs Arthur and starts doing Heimlich.
Okay. It's there. I swallowed it. I swallowed it.
No, Jack, I think he's saying he's still choking again.
And there's just like Rudy, you get a wink, and he just does it one more time, even harder.
Oh, I like
My
you.
ribs.
Are you okay, Arthur?
I seem to be better. Thank you.
Good,
Are you
Now,
sure?
be
And I-
nice, Arthur. You owe Jack your life, right?
I also cast Mage Hand and clap him on the back with it.
I had spoons. I've had your hand, and I'm being squeezed to death.
The next step, Arthur, was for me to reach down your throat and grab it out.
Not with those
You
fingers,
take
you are.
one bludgeoning damage through the whole ordeal, Arthur.
Oh my lord.
Poor kid. Fuck.
Oh, good. I thought we would have to spend a bunch of diamonds on you for a second there.
You take 2 damage to your pride.
Oh, no.
But surely he like gains an extra hit point to his ego because like he just fooled everybody that he was.
Yeah.
Plus 1 smugness.
Oh, he doesn't need that. Please.
But the food is good, and you're free to have like some idle conversation. As Jack is removing all the plates and putting them in like on the countertop, then sits down again and says, "Well, I guess I should explain this." And he just like pulls on his tunic a little bit, and you can see these veins that are like pulsing faintly.
Whoa, what?
Oh, that's. Do I need to take a look at you, Jack? I can probably get rid of.
No.
whatever-
It's fine. It's fine. It is deliberate. It is voluntary, and it is, as of yet, not harmful.
Oh,
As of
similar to
yet.
what I've see.
No, hush,
You wanna
Rudy.
go
You don't know
jump
what you're
again?
talking about. What do you
What
mean?
is it?
Jack,
It is,
if you don't want to have this conversation with us, just know that you don't owe us any explanation.
No, shush.
It's. And as you do that, Jack just looks super sternly at Arthur.
Rudy smacks Arthur on the back of the head.
George looks shocked. Like, what?
Did you just hush, Nana? Oh,
Yeah,
heck.
yeah. As soon as he said that, he sort of was waiting for the spoon.
Arthur is going to hear about this later.
You know when you say something in front of your mum and you're like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's exactly
fucked up.
his reaction. He just
The
went,
spoon
oh,
doesn't come, but it does kind of go in the hand, like, I'm watching you.
And he sits down and sort of just, no, it's fine. It's fine. I might not go into too much of detail. But Nan, I'd wanted to tell you anyway. It's one of the reasons I stopped sending letters, because I didn't know how this would go, really. But it's... What do you all know of the Titanics?
What else did I know of the Titanics?
Oh my
And
God.
Nana, you know,
I know
you
the
know,
Titanics. I
you
know.
know, you know.
His
Fun.
name's
Bro,
You
Jack.
know-
I know the
Roju,
one with
I
the
knew
forest.
you-
Is that the right? Yeah.
What were you saying,
I
Roju?
made this joke earlier, like way long ago. I was like, Jack, is this Titanic? I was like, what do you know of the Titanics?
That's pretty good.
Anyone who wants to can make an Arcana or Nature check.
Oh, I would love to do one of those.
I have
Yeah.
no idea what the Titanics are, Jack. I will need a crash course.
Oh, only 14. You know what? I feel like I want to juice this one. I'm going to use the
Markland's luck.
yes, as soon as I can find it on my thing to tick the box.
Pick
There's
this
Dark
up.
One's Own Luck, yes. So let's throw a D10 on that bad boy.
Oh, my dear.
So
So
an
that's
extra,
5.
extra
My baby's all
5.
gone up and gotten mixed up with the Titanic.
So that's a 19 total.
19
yeah.
total. Rudy, did you want to roll for it?
Nah, Rudy doesn't know too much about Arcana and Nature, so he wouldn't. I'm just saying he
Okay.
won't know.
That's fair. That's fair. Before we go into a bit of exposition, I think this is a good spot to take our break because I gotta go to the bathroom.
And I can see if my camera works.
And I can eat
Yes,
my pizza.
Yes.
I can
Pizza.
sit
be
here
back
and
in-
cure.
I mean, I'm gonna sit here and eat pizza in front of everyone. So
I will be right back.
I will also be right back. I lied. I'm not gonna sit here and look cute. I'm gonna sit over there and look cute.
Well-
Abandoning us.
that's okay.
Hey,
Can
I'm
you,
abandoning you for like 30 seconds. I'll be right
Can you pat your cat for us as well?
Down every second.
While you're
Yeah,
at
if I
it?
could use her, I might bring her, but she did just. If she's in her really cozy bed, then I won't bring her. But if she's like
Yeah.
available,
If she's
then
full burrito,
it's fair
you
game.
can't.
Yeah,
disturb.
if she's full burrito, I just can't. But yeah, we will see what she's doing at the moment. I will go and see.
Oh, good.
Say hi to the cat.
Oh. Mm.
Oh, that looks like it has a good crust on it.
Mm. Cheesy crust.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It looks nice and fluffy.
Mm. It definitely is. It's very nice. Ma'am, this whole Nana thing, such emotions.
Yeah. My friend was messaging me about how it was like really good like mood setting and how she loved how chill it was, and I was like, just prepare for when she meets with the rest of the group to chill when the gremlins come back.
Yeah, like, yeah, we are, we have all our own individual brands of chaos that,
Yes.
that all kind of commingle in the best and worst possible ways.
Ozzy's back! He
I'm
lives!
back. Hello.
Oh.
I'm here. I'm actually here now. Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
For those who are new and don't know what Ozzy looks like, now you know.
Now you know. I am Australian. I'm technically a developer, but I don't have my fro at the moment, so I'm kind of a liar.
2/3 of the way
No
is still a
pro.
pass.
Aussie no
Two-thirds.
fro.
Aussie no fro. Okay. Let's zoom in a little bit.
Or as I like, Aussie Dev No.
That's too much of a zoom. That'll do.
That's good.
That's good. That'll work. That'll work.
How are y'all doing? How is that pizza?
It's good.
It's good. It's good food.
And the vegetarian beef on it, pretty good.
Yeah.
Good.
Wait. So it is the Domino's
I do-
vegetarian beef?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's quite nice.
Hey, Josie.
Ah.
How are we finding the session so far?
So good.
Everyone having fun?
Intriguing. I'm looking forward to knowing more about this. I was okay. So I had a theory for what Cuddly was about to do with Martin. I had a theory. I'm not sure if I want to say it because
I mean,
might be
I feel like
spoilery.
it's pretty obvious what she's wanting to do, right?
I think. Now I'm afraid to
I
say
mean,
my
you're free to discuss.
Well,
Yeah, I mean-
thought, because okay,
Yeah, go.
so wasn't the reward she got from that dragon a while ago the ability to connect, like create another entrance to was it the old world or whatever it was?
Well, she
Well,
has
she
a
was
free ticket
she was
back.
allowed to use she's allowed to use that doorway whenever she wants.
So my theory is she was going to attempt to try and take Martin there. At some point.
Absolutely.
I thought she could summon it at will, so I thought she was going to take him there and then.
Oh.
But but I must be I was wrong in remembering that. That could be end goal.
Scatter.
Okay, scatter. Don't talk about it anymore.
Yeah. So the weather is real nice today.
Oh, it really was. It was nice and cold here in Melbourne. It's good.
I do want to check in though, Kelly. You're okay. It wasn't too heavy, too much.
It was not too heavy. We are good.
It was beautiful.
Also, I apologize for lack of cat. She is so snug right now. But
Oh.
may I offer you instead happy ostrich?
Aw.
Is that the one that turns
I've
inside
been
out?
wanting to get one.
It was.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh,
he's so
I love
angry.
it.
I've been wanting to get one.
That's so cute.
They, you know what? When I bought the fabric to make those cat ears, it was like one of those things that they just throw at the very end of the aisle, and you're like,
Oh yeah.
and so I did. I impulse bought because everything was 30% off, and I went, oh yes. He's a small boy and he mad.
Mhm.
Ooh, I wonder if you can like have him balance on your mic on the stand.
Yes. Oh, and then
Are you
channel point
injuring-
redemption to flip it.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I was gonna do, actually. Why did you read my mind?
I
Wait, that's
mean,
my job.
Yeah, what the hell? Give us
That's
back the brain cell.
ha 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 ha.
He will
Are you
go
happy or
down for
cranky
now.
right now, though?
He mad. I'm nothing. It's just
Or
Oh, you
Cuddly
are
is nothing.
everything to me, Cuddly.
Cuddly
Everything.
feels nothing right now, but the octopus is angry. The octopus is angry.
Orb, you got a bit teary earlier. You're okay. Everything's fine.
Oh,
Just
he's sad.
trying to check in.
Yeah, Ollie's good.
Oh,
Ozzy's
also,
giving
welcome
Chad a
back,
hug.
Ozzy. I
Yeah, you didn't even notice. I
didn't even like
actually
notice.
back.
I was so
Yeah.
sad about not being able to bring the cat.
Wait, what? Ollie's back?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
back.
Ozzy's
Yeah, Ozzy's
back.
back.
No, I just didn't even.
Oh.
Ozzy's
Wait,
back.
hang on. Did you not notice, Josie?
Back
So wait,
again.
do you not see a difference between this and?
I
So-
don't see any difference.
No.
I was trying to do fun. I was
These
trying
are the
to do
same
fun.
picture.
Yeah,
Prove me
it's the
wrong.
same. I do.
Arthur's in trouble?
Of course, Arthur's in trouble.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, Arthur's in trouble. You told
It's
Arthur to
Arthur.
shush.
Oh yeah, totally in trouble. Such trouble. Always.
I
When
just
they're
heard.
not in
I,
trouble. Let's
okay.
be real.
so you know how we got that crowd running in Syrinscape? I just heard
Oh,
I just heard a lady
Crowd?
say, yeah, isn't there like a whole bunch of voices and stuff? In
Oh
Syrinscape?
yeah,
Yeah.
I had it very low.
I'm not
oh
hearing
yeah, I
that
did as well.
Oh, okay. Well, I can hear it, and I swear someone in the crowd just said, "Bring out your dead."
Yeah, that was me.
There's a
Ding
Monty Python
dong.
joke in there.
Bring out your
Bring out you
dead.
outside.
Clown.
Would not surprise me. It would not.
I'm not gonna listen.
There was a comedian who did that for their funeral.
Oh,
As
no.
his coffin was being brought into the
No.
chapel,
No,
it was
no,
ding dong, bring out
no.
your dead.
No.
I'd do it. I'd do it.
I'd do it, yeah.
Oh.
That,
I do
Absolutely.
Put this on the notes for Cutley's funeral. Things she wants.
that was. If I could say there was the best funeral, that was the best. It was just jokes and laughter the whole
That's good
time.
though. I actually don't mind that.
About,
Anyway,
if we're getting into it, about the Titanics.
not to be confused with the
Dun,
Titanic.
dun,
No, not.
George.
Not. Yeah, I see.
You don't know much beside that you've heard the expression. In passing context, you've heard people mentioning Titanics, plural. But you don't have any specifics. Arthur, you've heard a name. As you've spent some time in the forest, you've met a few druids in your days, exchanged some stories here and there. You've been in Ebonspire for a while. You know that there is one called the Herald.
Oh.
It is a fairly well-known Titanic of the Western Shard. It's called the Herald.
Mhm.
And it is sometimes referred to as the Harvest Bringer.
Oh.
Nana, you know the Herald. You have not seen it yourself, but you know what it is. It is a massive creature that, from your time in Bandoria, while you were training with the Leaf Order of the Druids, the Storm Druids, their job is very often to track the Herald's movement and warn any settlements if it's moving in their direction. As wherever the Herald goes, it is so large that it tramples any structures it walks over. But in its footprints, any vegetation grows to enormous sizes. So it is seen as both an ill omen and something of prosperity if a village is in its path, while buildings might be decimated. All the lands around grow lush and large. The trees grow taller and denser. And it's usually also a common practice to bring ill and infirm close to the herald, as it seems to bring some life back to them. Gerald, your knowledge comes more in what you've read and researched in the College Arcana. You know the herald by name, and you've read some about it. And you do know, as Jack mentions, that there is a Titanic that lives at the bottom of the Ashen Peak, known as Vulcanus. A Titanic of fire, earth, magma, molten rock, flames. It is massive. It's slow. Some describe it as if you will, a turtle. Some describe it more like a porcupine. It's got these jagged stones on its back. It moves slowly on 4 legs. Sometimes it bathes in the lake itself. But yes, these are remnants of an ancient war of magic. The same war that started the spell beasts, when people realized that they could imbue animals with magic. The Titanics were prototypes, where too much magic was put into a vessel that could not necessarily handle it, and the creature transformed, becoming almost like a pure essence of the magic that was to be contained within it. Some of these creatures went mad. Some of them fled, seemingly. And some just wander, like the Herald. It just wanders. And who knows how many there are? There's no records. There's just mentions of their existence. And Jack opens his tunic just a little bit and shows these veins, if you will. And they glow as embers under the skin, almost as if the veins just underneath the skin are filled with fire. Jack says, well, I don't know yet if this is a mistake or not. But there is a Titanic below the city, referred to as Vulcanus.
I've heard of this one.
And when I recently got here, there was a breach from the magma lake. And it was pretty intense. All volunteers, all hands were called to go down and fight off the elementals spewing forth from the lake itself. And Vulcanus showed up. And a lot of people got injured. Some died. And there wasn't really any... There's a fear that if Vulcanus disappears, the lake will dry out. And the lake is a big resource for the city, the various cities within the Ashen Peak. So usually when Vulcanus shows up, they do their best to simply keep it down there and usher it back into the lake. And it came for me. I was pinned, me and a few others. We couldn't get to the others. There was too much fire, and I was running out of my cooling potion. The heat was getting to me, and I don't know if it was a moment of delirium or not, but as it come closer, I just thought, what would Nana do?
You turned into a tree.
I offered it some food.
Oh, that too. Yes.
That is what Nana would do.
Last
And
time. Yep. Okay.
I threw a bunch of food towards it, and it stopped. It started eating it, and just kept doing it. And the people near me started doing the same. We just threw our rations on the ground as far away as we could. The thing's huge, but
They
apparently
are
the nose
big.
works fine. So we made it out, and the rumors spread to the sorcerer families, who asked me all these questions about what I fed it, how I figured out that this might work, and they asked me to help in some experiments, and eventually they proposed the idea of trying to communicate with it, I suppose. And I won't go into the details of the process, but me and Vulcanis, we made a pact. I've taken upon myself some of the magical essence within Vulcanis, and it has grown more docile since. And once a week, I bring a carriage of food down to it.
So hold on. You tamed an all-powerful.
No,
Oh,
no, 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 no. We talked to it. And we made a pact. You see, the creature was in pain. It's constantly burning from the inside.
Oh no.
And the city wanted. It's hard to explain really, but I've alleviated some of its burden.
But you feel the pain.
I wouldn't call it pain, but it's grown over time. Every so often, I take upon a little bit myself.
Can
And
Is that
there
is
is a
it,
at the end that it will completely transfer over.
so is that the
Hopefully,
reason?
as a human vessel, it will be a bit more stable.
do you mind if I have a quick look at your just a quick check of the skin and a poke around?
Looks at Nana a bit quizzically.
Oh, Rudy knows a lot of things that I don't know. He's very interested in diseases. He's very good at managing them. Oh, he brought Gerald back from the dead once. That was very
From
That's
from
true.
a medical standpoint, I just want to see how
Oh.
badly it's affecting you.
Oh, okay, and you see like a bit tentatively undoes a belt buckle and like pulls a tunic over his head.
Oh, I thought you didn't. No, it's okay.
Standing there, like fairly decent physique. Just this 30s man just standing there, and you can see like just over the heart, just underneath the skin, is a source that like pulses with light intact with the heartbeat. 16. Yeah, there's take a moment, a few minutes to look over. You like feel and you I don't know, are you wearing your gloves on both hands or just
He's when he gets like behind Jack, he takes off one of the gloves and sort of like make sure not to touch Jack with like one of the bone nubs, more like the skin if possible. He's still kept. Wait, actually, that's a good point. He ate food earlier.
You would have just done like the whole.
Yeah, he would have done just the.
And Jack just stands there, like T-posing, essentially, letting you poke and prod.
T-posing for dominance.
Rudy's looking for any irregularities in, say, like his heartbeat, in terms of like, does he feel like is Jack's body under stress? Like, is his breathing sort of hampered in any way? Just like from a surface sort of.
The heartbeat seems fine. The temperature is definitely elevated. Like a normal person would have a near lethal fever if they were this temperature.
Oh, so it's super hot.
Yeah.
So while that's happening, Arthur's gonna go up to Nana and go, "Is this why you went to the hospital? Like to meet Jack?"
Oh, no, no. I went to the hospital to see my father.
Your father?
Rudy's head pops out like from behind Jack's shoulder. Your father is here.
Oh, yes, but not in the way you think. He's just here.
Oh,
I think that
I
was the way
see.
I thought that he was here.
Well,
Wait, what do you mean?
he's in the bleach ward. I don't know how much you all know about that. I
Oh,
would Arthur
did
know
briefly.
about the leech board?
I presume I know enough about it.
I'd say make history checks, anyone who's curious.
I
Arthur.
don't think George would know at all.
Probably, yeah.
No, probably not know too much about this.
Oh, two. I'd say Arthur would know more, but
Oh, 23.
Oh shit, son! Don't you wish you got that on something that I wasn't already gonna explain?
Yeah.
Save your good rolls.
It's just
damn
like,
you.
I know exactly
wow.
about it, but you're about to tell me exactly about it.
I really wish I had used this on a dragon instead.
I'd say, Rudy, if you roll a 16, no, that's
No,
medicine.
no.
You can roll a history check.
Yeah. Despite having a 0, 17. There you go.
So many good rolls.
Yeah,
you
it's
know, because Rudy, one of your closest friends growing up was a gnome in the cathedral, and Gerald, you would have probably read about it in books.
Just
You
to make sure it
probably-
wasn't something humans could catch.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
that's probably why you'd read up on it. Yeah.
imagine.
Oh my god, Gerald with essentially Google Doctor, right?
yeah, I
Like,
was just.
Oh,
I,
that web doc.
like
WebMD.
so
Yeah.
much of
Yeah,
Gerald's research
yeah.
back at the academy would have just been essentially like people searching WebMD just to like see the worst
gonna
possible
die.
things. Yeah.
and I could just see him going up to his professor, going, "I feel like this, and this. Help me." No, you're not.
Took a
And
long
every
time.
time they tell you to go look in the same book, and that you just end up on the same page where it says hypochondriac.
Yes.
Every
Yeah, so
time.
Nana looks around. Two people know. Two people have very confused expressions on their face, I'm assuming. Just kind of going. So, yeah, Nana will go, well, gnomes live a very long time. So long, in fact, that sometimes it is a little too long. And you can lose, I would say, your passion for life. You know, we all.
What?
It's like you just caught me
Wow,
out.
that was George just big braining it then.
George knows. George already knows what I'm gonna say.
Double again, I fixed it. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
That was good.
That
was
is
good.
something viewers can
Oh.
George is like, you can lose what? What?
Ah. It was, oh yeah, and Nana just goes, and I'm sure you all know that gnomes usually have a hobby, but maybe a little more than a hobby. Just a very, we love one thing, and that really keeps us going. You know, obviously for me it's cooking. My mother loved woodworking, and my father loved pottery.
So sorry to interrupt, Noah, but if Dad's around, what about Mum?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry I asked.
No, that's all right. She's around in our memories. But yes, bleaching, for anyone who doesn't know, is when you lose that spark, and you just, well, they don't call it bleaching for nothing. You sort of drained of color, drained of life, and look, it's not a fun way to live, but you are alive. And
I'm gonna sound
I
very...
would bring you to meet him, but you wouldn't really meet him.
At this point, Rudy has become distracted by the conversation. He's now like made his way round the front of Jack, and he has forgotten to put his glove back on. But he's still.
Shit.
So
Arthur sort of looks up.
Does not seem to notice.
Rudy. He just points to the hand
What?
without.
oh yeah, no, that would be an awkward. Yes.
No, thank you so much for sharing about this. This must be hard for you.
Yes and no. I think there comes a time when you realize you've already lost someone, but it's nice to see them sometimes.
I know how you feel.
Has he been like this long?
Yes. Oh, what would you humans say? A couple of decades, maybe? Maybe more.
Decade.
Arthur doesn't really know how long elves live for, but how long has Arthur lived for in human years? If he's
A couple hundred years, yeah?
Years. How old is Arthur?
28-ish. He doesn't keep hold of what his age really is, but
Wow.
he would be around the 28, 30.
That's a baby.
Wait, I thought you said he was like 200 when you first made our
No. As in like elf years.
Do we just add a 0 on the end? You're 280.
Years are still years. You mature at certain rates, but years are still years.
Oh, okay.
We have the maturity of a 28-year-old. Supposedly.
Yeah.
28.
I thought you
16.
said that Arthur was at least a century.
Well, I would say that because I think that was when we figured he would be a young adult in elf years or something like that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He's a spring chicken.
Compared to Nana, yes.
Well, Jack, I mean, I'm sure you've already been told, but I'm just fascinated that you have so much magical energy inside you. It's literally glowing out of your veins. Yet, medically, from what I can see, you seem okay aside from the temperature.
Well, I do go on checkups regularly at the hospital and at the sorcerers.
Oh,
It's not something that was done on a whim. It's everything being kept checked.
I mean, by all rights, you should be, I don't know, exploding or something. This is actually very, very interesting.
Yeah, well, one of the first things that I realized is that heat doesn't really affect me anymore.
Jack, if I can intrude a little bit, and you can say no.
I feel like you already have a little bit.
Everyone sort of tells me no.
But he doesn't listen, so don't bother saying no.
Yeah, look, I'll listen to no if it's from Nana. We were talking about this magic blood. Someone was trying to ask if we bought some. And then we were told by the guards it's something that's regulated. Is that something that you take to help help with this pain?
No, they asked if I wanted to, but no, it doesn't really work that way.
Oh, okay. Do you know much about this?
I know it gives you temporarily boosts to magic if you have magical inclinations.
Arthur sort of elbows Gerald. Hey,
Mhm.
you're magical. You could use a boost, can't you?
We do get a few of the casters, various magically inclined people of the guild buys them sometime when they have like a big thing coming up.
I don't know, Arthur. It sounds a little dangerous and sketchy to me. I don't like the idea of someone taking my blood and
No.
using it for things.
What if someone is giving you blood?
Well, that would be weird as well.
It comes in little syringes.
Oh no, I have to.
It's a performance-enhancing product, Arthur.
I don't.
You saying that's a bad thing,
Well,
Doctor?
yes, most things that do that sort of.
I mean, if you would have to take it regularly, then I think I wouldn't. I don't think that's a maintainable solution.
Medically speaking, most items that do that tend to put a stress on the body.
It's
Therefore,
far easier just to get like a staff or a rod, and Power
play with
around.
your wood, as
Particularly
you would
powerful
say.
deity. Like these are all things that you can do to enhance your capabilities as a as a magically minded person.
Oh,
feel like we're
deity,
talking
you're
about
talking
two
about those
different things at the
gods.
same time.
I understand.
Sorry, what was that,
What was
George?
that? George?
I feel like we're talking about two different things at the same time, or is this a euphemism here?
No, George.
Staff
but-
and Rod, Arthur just every time he's talking to Rudy.
I like the way you think.
I don't. I
I'm
don't
not-
like the way you think.
I'm not sure
George.
what you mean, George. I just have a very powerful staff.
It is. You should see some of the things
I'm
that
sure
come out
a lot
of
of
the
people say that. Oh, it is a threesome. Okay.
What? George,
Well,
we're in front
hang
of
on.
company.
What do you mean a threesome?
Josie, come back! They're talking about threesome. Help me.
What are y'all doing?
George is saying we're having a threesome.
They said they have very
I
powerful staff.
didn't say anything, but they were talking about it.
And then Rudy said you should see some of the things that come out of out of
Or
Gerald's staff.
Gerald's staff.
I don't think either of them would be able to wield my staff at all. It's far too powerful for either of them.
That's it. It costs a lot of fire, and I'm not a big fan of fire.
Arthur sort of stands up and he goes, "Aha! You said a challenge. I want to do it."
Sit
You're
down,
not touching my
Arthur.
staff, Arthur.
We're not casting fireballs in Jack's home.
No, I
Yes,
would have
thank
done
you.
it outside.
Don't.
Jack wouldn't get hurt, but I'm sure his lovely furniture would not make it out.
Yeah, please don't.
Anyway, that aside, how did you forge a pact with with such a being?
Well, honestly, it wasn't really too difficult. We started by figuring out, well, the sorcerers figured out ways to communicate with it through magic, magical translations, empathetic bonds.
Ah, right.
and
So
vision.
it wasn't something that you so much had, but that they provided.
I volunteered.
What was that? Sorry.
Volunteered.
Ah, right. All right.
Yes.
I
mean,
just
when you
have. Oh, no.
I mean, I know something about forging pacts, somewhat. So I understand. I'm glad yours was voluntary.
Yes, and it's been well so far. We have a little bit of a connection. I feel it like over the past month or so. It's gotten a bit more solid.
Does it ask anything of you besides food?
No, not really.
It doesn't ask you to free a bunch of demons?
No,
No.
No,
well,
it doesn't.
That's
Gerald,
good.
that's-
It doesn't.
that's
It doesn't
just-
hold your life
No,
at ransom.
Gerald,
And
for a
Gerald,
task.
Gerald.
Or
Rudy now
anything
places
like
his hand
that.
on Gerald's mouth.
You did get the short end of the stick there, Gerald. But we're going to
No.
fix it.
The way it's work is that it's the compact we have is that it's an overtime transference. So over time, more of the essence within Volcanis will transfer to me. The theory is that to return it to its original animal form, and eventually, if everything goes well, I should house all the magic, and I'll have to move downstairs.
Oh, that's,
maintain like
you'll essentially become Volcanus, is what you're saying.
that's the theory, yeah.
Arthur stands up. He goes,
But the idea is also that compared to an animal vessel, being a human and having access to the sorcerer families and the hospital, being able to do this over a short amount of time rather than just having magical just poured into you. There's time for adaptation. There's
An
time
adjustment
for
period. Honestly,
exactly.
that does
So
make a lot of
hopefully
sense.
Hopefully, the prospects are looking that I'll sure I will physically change, but I will still be myself.
I mean, and there's also your emotional standpoint to look at. I mean, imagine being a creature who has pretty much no self-awareness and then suddenly becoming this almighty powerful fire being.
Yeah, having no choice in the matter as well seems to be a big thing. And the main thing they found out was that apparently it wasn't pain was what is its driving force.
Well,
It was
seems-
the description they managed to divine from it was that it was like constantly burning inside and out, but never dying.
Ooh.
That sounds truly awful. I hope
It does.
I hope you do not even share a fraction of that fortune.
And Jack walks over to the stove, opens like the little hatch, and says, "I can feel the heat," and then slowly just puts the hand inside. But it doesn't cause me any harm, and just holds the hand in the fire.
Oh, fireproof.
that is fascinating.
That's quite useful.
I can still tell that it's very hot. It's just not physically harming me.
I can make myself resistant, but certainly not immune to harm. How does one avoid harm completely like that, Jack?
Now,
Well-
Gerald, maybe we should not, ask Jack 20 questions.
This is merely one question, Rudy. This is far from 20.
To be honest, Gerald, I feel like we probably maybe over-welcomed our stay. It's
Well, I'm really curious to know how you all met Nana. You've asked me how we met?
Oh yes.
well, I was at the guild essentially, and they basically said, "Here, be the leader of these motley crew."
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that fact.
And
right.
I lead them, and
So you're in charge.
Arthur's the leader?
well,
I-
I would like to say I'm in charge, but I get
No.
overminded and undermined a lot.
I wonder why.
But
Jack,
I
he's in charge.
I think I have the position. I
You
don't
can't-
have the standing in the group.
Oh yeah, every week. So
Wait.
it goes. He's in charge.
That is very disturbing.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Wait, is it through the veil? Yeah,
Just
through
the,
the
underlid torch. I
But
hate it here.
sort of George. George, how would you say you met Nana?
You kidnapped me into your room one day after catching me.
That is not how it happened. That is not how it happened.
I mean,
I
that's,
do remember
that's
that.
kind of
Yeah.
that's kind of how it happened, Arthur. I
Yeah.
distinctly remember you dragging George into our room and being
you
like,
back-
"Here's a thief I found."
Yes, I
I'm not a thief, thank you. I was
You
borrowing.
You went off.
Honestly, a lot like Nana. Something Nana would do.
stealing children. Nada.
Oh.
Not a child.
Dragging away thieves. Probably.
When George goes, "I'm not a child," Joe just like absentmindedly is like, "Sure you are." Just pat pat.
Because that's what Nana did with me. I stole from Nana, and Nana was like, "Come here, you little shit." And then I stayed for quite a long time.
Well,
And
actually,
found out you weren't quite a little shit after all.
well, Arthur stole George after George tried to steal from Arthur's.
And then Nana was the only nice one and made me food while, everyone else was kind of.
And
You're
she
always
does.
right about
She
They
does.
were suspicious of me for no reason.
Hang on, hang on. hang on.
No reason, justly suspicious. I will add.
I would add, I stood up for you against my friends.
What
True.
matters now is that George is
It was
here.
later you wanted me to die.
George is here, and
And we've been through a lot.
that's right. We rode a train together.
That
That
Oh,
that's
you've been on Magirail.
Yes,
Yeah, we
were
don't talk about
we were on the
Magic
maiden
Round.
We did,
voyage. It
yes.
was very eventful. Yes.
yes. Apparently,
You
someone
know-
died on there,
Yes, someone
We
died.
heard.
Why the
Yes.
lover?
Heard the rumors.
and it
almost
didn't explode. You'll be very happy to know.
Yes, I did hear that apparently it was quite a while, right? Someone died, killed
Yep.
by
that
an
was Rudy.
ex-lover.
Yes, that's
Wait.
correct.
News spreads quickly. It
Rudy
seems.
was
There
needed
was also
as now.
apparently someone was harassing the engineer.
What? Who would do such a
Would
That
have
sounds
been
terrible.
Gerald.
I did hear the engine was going to blow up, though. Wasn't that correct, Gerald?
thing? Oh, it didn't, though.
No, it didn't.
It could
Luckily.
have. It's not zero chance, but it didn't. So, bravo. Bravo to them.
Never going to be allowed back on this train.
You think they'll be alright on the way back?
For some reason, I think they're going to have a smoother ride than coming here.
Probably because we won't be on there.
They've, first
again?
runs, there's always some kinks to work out.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, I have things I need to get to.
Yes.
As
I
do
hope you
we.
enjoyed lunch. I actually do have to go pick up some stuff from the sorcerer families.
Oh, of course, we won't overstay our welcome. But
It's been great seeing you again. Do come by anytime.
absolutely, you know I will. And every time I'm in the city, I'll make sure I call on you.
Please do.
Arthur
But
gets up, shakes his hand, and just walks out. Simple.
yeah, and Nana hovers behind the rest as they walk out, and just
Oh, I was just pleased to meet you, Jack. Thank you for not poisoning us.
Yes.
Good
yes,
afternoon.
You're very. You're not blowing up my furniture.
When Rudy shakes his hand, he goes, "I'm sorry about Arthur, and it was very nice meeting you."
Just glide out sideways on the broom. Just
Are you sure you don't want more to eat? You're a bit scrawny. Like squeezes your hand.
Do you have a to-go box?
I mean, there's leftovers if you want.
I would absolutely. Yes. Rudy essentially takes like half his pantry and
Just out of character. I could see Aussie. I could see Rudy down a dark alleyway and goes, "Yeah, you got the stuff." "Yeah, I got the stuff." Opens the cakes and cookies and friggin' steaks.
you got the
and-
goods.
just like street foods.
Coffee cake is mandatory in a D&D campaign.
pocket bacon.
Oh dear.
When the rest have left, Nana just kind of goes back over to Jack and says, "The reason I started adventuring, if you call it that, is because your letters stopped. But I'm so relieved that you're doing well." And she kind of leaves it open for interpretation from him. And
I stopped writing when all of this started, and I just didn't know how to put it into words because I felt like no matter. I wrote a couple of drafts, but I felt like no matter what I wrote, you just worry. Part of me wanted to worry, see if you'd come running, but at the same time, I felt like I wanted to do my own thing.
And I respect that. And I won't say that I won't spare a couple of thoughts for what could happen, but this is your choice, and this is your path, and I'm very proud. I'm always going to be proud of you. So please, keep those letters coming every now and then when you think of it.
No.
I'll do my best. If you don't know where to send them, though, I assume your mailbox is standing empty.
I will have to have someone check that for me.
Cool.
So many
Care of the
bills.
guild. Cool.
Is that the best naming pigeon I hear?
Anyway, I'll visit.
Please do. Please do.
And she gives him like a hug, but it's probably like thigh.
He kneels down and gives you a proper
You
hug.
get proper hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he waves like as
Christmas
you're
hug
leaving,
ever.
steps at the door.
Seems like a good kid, Nana.
Oh yes, he was a little shit though, but I think everyone can grow from that. Isn't that right, Arthur? Gives him a little like,
Look, I might be a little shit, but we actually have to go somewhere, remember? We have a place to head to.
We do have an dragon to find. You're right, Arthur.
Yes. The
Rudy
best
goes between mouthfuls of egg.
the best I could do, like you guys know, is just head in that direction.
Lead us there. Yes. Are you able to tell us?
Did you flourish in a direction, Orb?
Are you able to
Pardon?
tell us
Did you-
a distance at all? Does your magic? Does the magic allow that?
You're just trying to give him psychic damage, aren't you?
I know we gotta go in this
Which direction is that, Arthur?
Just follow me. Look, and Arthur's really trying to say the words, but something's blocking him. He's
Look, Arthur, I think it's best we leave the travel plans to you, but we do still have most of our things up at the at the oh god, what is it, Krusty Inn? No,
The
the
Cozy
Crust
Crust.
Inn. I got you.
all I do know is
The crusty
this
cozy.
this is a bit of a weird
proud.
feeling. I
There
want
we
to
go.
say things, and
Okay, Arthur, it's fine. How about this? We go collect our things. Maybe we leave some instruction for our various, pets and familiars to just lay low in the room for us. Maybe. I mean, should we really be dragging a plant and a mimic? And
We are going into the desert.
yeah, I don't think we should be taking these all with us.
As you're having this conversation, you hear suddenly, all of you hear just a whistling. And after just a few moments, you see a couple of people in these glowing breastplates come rushing. Like you see them a few ahead of you coming out of alleyways, like 2 or 3. And then you hear like a couple footsteps jogging behind you. You turn around. And one of them just keeps bolting forward, running faster than the other. And one stops, this beardless, long, red braided hair, goes and like stops and almost like reaches up and yoinks Arthur's shoulder down and looks at your shoulder. You're members of the guild?
yes,
Okay, we're gonna need your hand. We have a class 2 breach coming.
a class 2 breach. I
Oh,
don't know
oh,
what that
wow.
is, but we're going. Come on, guys, let's go.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait,
What?
what are
What's
you
going
dragging
on?
us into?
Well, breach of what?
A bunch of fire elementals have broken up from the lower levels, and we just
Oh,
need
no.
to keep them away from residents.
Oh, I am.
And just like start. Come on.
I am sorely not the man for this job, but okay.
Gerald, come on.
Not you in the fire again.
That's right.
I hate it here.
Oh.
All right, Arthur's jogging behind him now.
I don't even know my
Yeah, I
fucking
was running.
spells.
While we're jogging, can Rudy just really quickly, while it's on his mind, lean in close to George and whisper, Hey, George.
Yeah.
1 gold on who can make Arthur say something about the direction we're moving in first.
Make it 3.
Deal.
I fucking hate it here.
You're being led towards, like almost towards the tunnel that you took to get down here, but you can see further off to the left is a similar one. It seems to go down. There's you almost reach like an open plaza-esque area with a handful of buildings. And there's a couple of guards getting ready. Like some are loading crossbows, some are getting shields and hammers up. And you can see this glow coming from the tunnel. And this one says, well, good luck. Just take any stragglers that get going. Just, if they turn and run, that's all fine. If you take them out, no biggie. We just need to keep them away from the residential area.
Okay, so you hear that, Arthur? No charging into the fiery abyss after them, okay?
So it's just a protection, just like if it comes too close, get rid of it.
Yeah. Well, it's fine to get rid of. It's just if it runs back down, we don't give chase.
Well, that's perfect.
Oh, I've got the perfect spell for this. Oh
Wonderful.
my god.
Well, here they
No,
come.
I-
Get ready.
Get ready.
And I'm
Over the
gonna-
battle map.
Battle map.
Battle map!
Battle map.
Battle map!
Battle map.
Ooh,
Boy.
look at this
Turn that down.
music.
That is loud. Yeah, turn.
Turn down for what?
Sorry, don't DMC me, please.
I'm going to need all of you to roll the initiative. Yeah.
It's fun to say the
Dun dun
heck.
dun.
Haven't
Do it.
rolled
NCA.
initiative in ages. Look at my
Roll
like
this.
plus 0.
Wow, I'm ready this time.
Wow,
Oh my God,
21,
Whoa!
19.
Oh!
Gerald was just so worried about everything.
As soon as they said he didn't have to chase after them, he was just like, oh, this is fine then.
Hang on. Does that mean like Rudy's like a Saiyan from Dragon Ball, where like if he
Yeah,
eats?
you all have advantage, remember, from George.
Yes.
From what?
Oh, so we can roll again.
What?
George has
Yeah.
has a quarterstaff of warning.
Yes.
Alright, okay.
Oh.
That gives me a 17.
Well, I
over
mean,
a
I don't think
16.
I'm going to get better, but...
yeah, the only way Rudy can get better
Yeah,
is if he
no.
rolls a natural 20. Nope. Sorry.
Did not get it, but
Well,
that's
pretty
okay.
darn close. Those were
Yeah.
both great rolls. I am doing shit rolls this time.
Let's see.
It's fine. I didn't want to do good rolls anyway. 7 again.
I think
got
I think
7.
good rolls.
Nice.
I got the 7.
Just checking everyone's initiative. Rudy is on a 19.
I got a
We don't
21.
need good initiative because this way we get to figure out what's going on before we act.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah, using our brains. I love that for us.
Yes, with my
Alright.
-1 intelligence. Woo!
So,
Might have that for us.
I will say, where would you like to be placed?
Oh.
This is the tunnel. Oh shit,
Mhm.
sorry. I need to bring mine back up. It's unsynced.
Yep,
Over
it's-
here
yep,
is
yep.
the actual tunnel entrance.
Okay, yep.
Mhm.
Arthur's gonna
And
get
you
are
up
coming
high.
from
I
here.
presume mine is unsynced as well. I don't-
Yeah, just bring your camera, your feeds to the front of your windows, and it
Yeah.
should reset.
Can
Yeah.
you place Arthur up somewhere high? Probably off to, I'm gonna say your right.
There are around a few. They're not like super hard. There's like 15-foot tall structures, and you do have a couple of people. For brevity's sake, there is fighting going on at the same time, but we're just gonna focus on what you are
Yep.
doing.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have time to prepare that much meetings.
Yep,
Rudy-
that's all right.
Rudy would be in front of Arthur, closer to the tunnel, as in
Like here.
Because you think you're a tank, huh?
closer to the middle of the a little bit.
Are so those things that Arthur's on, those are towers, are they?
Not so much towers. It's more like you have
Rooftops?
I don't know what it looks like. It's more like platforms.
Okay. Do they have any cover?
No, they are like hollow underneath, and they
Hollow
are just.
Oh, but
Yeah,
do,
it's
like,
like-
when you're up there, are there like any kind of like small walls that you can hide behind or anything?
They're half height. They're like 3 feet tall. So
Okay.
it would give cover to a smaller
it's
creature.
it's enough to cower behind, and that's what's important.
It is.
so Gerald will indeed be in such a position.
Okay. Do you want to be in the same one or this one over here?
If there's going to be anyone in the tower with me, I will be in that one. But if there's not, then I'll begrudgingly join.
There is not one where you can look. There's a couple of dwarves in both.
Oh, okay. So there's some dwarves there. Yeah, I'll be in this one with the dwarves.
Yeah,
Okay.
begrudgingly go with Arthur. I see how it is.
George.
Yeah, I don't want to get caught
George
in
is
any
going to
AoEs with
stick
you.
near Arthur. It has served him well in every battle so far, and
You-
hopefully it keeps up.
I like it.
And
Nana's just going to move forward. Do you see that little, like, sort of indent near where... Yeah, perfect. That was about...
here.
Yeah, just not that it's going to be cover or anything, but, need a quick
If you wanted to, it would give you some cover. There's like rocks and rubble.
Oh, and I'm little. Yeah, that would be fine.
Rudy
I'm
looks
gonna-
behind him and sees everyone like sort of behind him, and like part of him is like, "Wait, am I too far forward?"
Everyone
And then
else is
part of him's
taking
like,
cover. He turns around. It's like-
and then Rudy's like, "No, this is what he wants. This is it. He's protecting his part. This is it."
If it makes you feel better, Rudy, you don't have much flesh to burn anyway, so...
You know what, Nana? That is an accurate
Don't
point.
take it, this is bad music, but here we go.
Arthur's got his bow ready, out, and he's ready to shoot.
Yeah, and here they come. I'm gonna start placing some themes.
Alright.
Nice. So they just
Oh.
said turn him back around, yeah?
Smack him until they turn around. Let's
It
go.
is-
Turn around.
Yeah.
Fire elementals are breaking out. Are they
Right.
are they smart or are they smart creatures?
You could take an action on your turn to do a check for it when it's your turn.
Yeah.
But yes, they start pouring out.
Oh, they're big.
Oh, they're big.
Hang on.
Oh,
Wait,
I
they're
was
big?
imagining smaller.
Okay.
Oh, that's a big one.
That's just a big one. Okay.
Don't worry, I got this, guys. I got
Wait,
you.
Cuddly, are we both thinking the same thing? I think we're thinking the same thing. Does
Are
it
we-
involve creating water?
So,
No.
Gerald, you're first up.
You should do that.
Yes,
I'll
perfect.
do my other thing. Yeah.
So I think, seeing as I am first up, this is a perfect chance.
To reset
To-
the map, but there we go.
Hey, to
Bring the map forward.
what?
No, go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
I am going to use the Staff of Power to cast Lightning Bolt.
Hey, that's new.
And it's going to be a 100-foot long, 5-foot wide blast of lightning.
Damn. Okay. Well, I guess we'll all go home. Jeez.
So I want the line that will hit the most elementals.
You can make a line that hits 2. You can either hit those 2 or those 2.
Oh, sorry, I had my stupid
Love
thing
the
desynced
Phantom.
again. So
Love that.
the big 2 or the big one and the little one behind it.
Yeah. Because if you want to aim this way, you could hit 3, but you'd also hit Nana.
Oh, but I'm higher up than Nana, right? So I'd have an angle over her head.
I think lightning kind of wants to hit the ground, though. I won't
Oh,
lie.
wait, currently,
Yeah.
you can hit 2 unless you move. You can
Okay.
hit 2 at most.
All right, but there's no way to hit 3 by from staying on the platform. Is
Yeah,
what you're saying.
Nana's
No,
the third.
not by
Cool.
staying on this platform.
That is fine. Unless, hold on, is that a boardwalk or are those all stairs?
It is. It is a boardwalk.
Oh, so I could theoretically go out on the boardwalk and get a
Yes.
different line.
But you'd have to get.
Yeah, if I moved half my movement, would that give me enough of an angle?
15. You get there. Yeah, you could hit 3. You could hit this big one and those
And two little
two
ones?
smaller.
Perfect. That is what I'm going to do. So they need to make a DC 18 Dexterity save.
Okay,
That's a
here
high
we go.
spicy
Meanwhile,
roll. I like
I'm
it.
going to roll some D6s.
I'm going to really quickly make some notes. Give me just a moment. Give your to your rounds.
If that hits any of them, that's a good amount of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the lightning bolt recently?
No, it's in the staff.
Oh,
Also,
it's in the
yes,
staff.
technically, I did get it recently.
Ah, okay, right. So now you do have something to fight fire.
Yes,
Without fighting fire with fire.
exactly.
It's only new, but it works.
It's going to work, absolutely. How many times can the staff cast it?
Technically, it could cast it 4, but I would never want to use 4 lightning bolts because there's a chance of the staff going bust if you use all of its charges.
So 3.
Ooh.
3
So-
unless
Do
you're
it.
Three-
die.
three
If we're working with a
safely.
hammer, that'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rudy's hammer.
We go big or go
3
home. baby.
safely, but 4 with a risk of deletion.
To be fair, Rudy's hammer is a plus. It's a
3.
strong hammer. It's a
Plus
plus
3, yeah.
It's
real strong.
none of us have a plus 3 item, I think. Aside from-
I have a plus 10.
But that's not
11.
what we're
Oh,
talking
you-
about.
I know.
That's not-
I just wanted to say it.
Okay, so dexterity saves.
Yes.
The big one gets a 12, so it takes full damage, I believe.
Yep.
How much is that?
29 lightning damage.
Oh, 29. And the 2 smaller ones, I'm just grabbing 29 points of damage. Is that what you said?
That is it. Yep.
So I'm gonna roll some. Boom! Those 2 are blown away.
Ah!
The 2
Oh,
of the
yes.
smaller ones,
Minions.
as you hold the staff out and you release the magic, this lightning, and overhead you just see this lightning bolt shoot out from the battlements where Gerald is standing. and the larger fire elemental, parts of it dissipates one of its pseudo limbs, and then fire just curls back out and forms a new one.
Oh.
Two of the smaller ones that are crawling forward, just like licking the ground with their flamey tendrils, they're completely dissipated by the lightning.
And I kind of imagine as well, just like for flavor, when he's casting the spells with the staff, what he does is he actually touches the rod to the end of the staff and like pulls it apart, and the lightning arcs between the two of them before he like shoots it.
Oh, Jesus, Gerald, you got to warn me. I almost had a heart attack.
Yeah, your like hair stands up as it passes overhead.
The static.
Combined with the smell of sulfur and now the smell of ozone, like the air is just static with these acrid scents.
Oh.
Wow.
Rudy stops breathing through his nose hole.
There's no soul.
And he starts tasting it.
Keep that covered, man. You're gonna get ash inside there.
Oh.
Harold, anything else on your turn? You still have some movement.
I do. I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get back into cover, into cowering position.
Okay.
He's like,
Love it.
Quick actions? Done?
nope, that's it. I'm done.
Okay. Rudy, Magic Hand McGee.
Excellent.
Arthur is next.
First thing Rudy does is he sort of raises his hammer high and like calls upon Urgathoa to protect him from fire or fire energy, using protection from energy on himself.
Yeah. So you have protection from energy.
So
Nice.
he is going to be protected, and then he charges at the little ones in front of him, swinging his hammer.
Yeah. As that is the action, you cannot make an attack action this turn, but you are resistant to fire damage.
That's right. Yeah. So he's just going to stand here and pray that Arthur fires really far away.
Arthur is, and then he's gotta get to work, but he's waiting for his
Arthur,
turn before he
your
runs.
go.
Alright, so Arthur is gonna
Whoops.
cast a spell.
Okay.
I know. He's gonna do a little to Hell with Thorns.
You're doing a
Okay.
hailstorm. Wonderful.
So he's gonna attack with his Corpse Slayer, but he's gonna attack probably that big one in the back. Is that 5? Yeah, is that little guy close enough to him, or is that 10?
No, the only two that are within 5 feet of each other are the ones by Rudy.
Sorry.
Now you've done it.
Rudy's got protection from ranged attacks. Just fire. Just
Arthur's gonna attack the one in the back.
okay.
If he
The
can.
one in the back?
Is that gonna hit Rudy or no?
Hold on, I'm trying to bring up the spells. Have a look. Bonus action cast the next time you hit a creature with a ranged attack before the spell ends. Okay, so roll an attack. Make an attack roll.
28.
28. The arrow flies towards the target in the back, and then as it's coming down, it just comes down even sharper and hits Rudy in the back shoulder.
Oh shit.
Ah, you son of a... Arthur, what did I just say?
He's gonna
Wait,
roll.
does that mean Hail of Thorns also
damage?
hits Rudy?
Yeah.
Yes, and it hits the person next to you as well.
So roll damage for your attack.
You're kind of the delivery for it.
13, and then it's 2d10s.
You do not get the sneak attack, correct?
No.
So
Yeah.
Rudy, you take 6 points
on.
of piercing damage.
Yep.
2d10s.
No, it's been
roll.
rolled.
It's been
when you
rolled
cast
up.
Oh,
it's
has
been
it?
rolled. 17. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you take 6 points of piercing damage from the initial impact,
Yes.
and then inside your shoulder, it almost explodes like porcupine needles go flying, almost exploding your shoulder. I'm gonna make a. You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god.
Of 14.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dex save. Okay. Yep.
You got this.
Oh, thank you.
14.
Oh gosh, you got a +0 on your dex save. Oh my god.
I rolled exactly 14.
Good save.
So, it's a save, so half damage. It's 8 points of damage to the fire elemental. And what was the DC for your spell,
14.
Arthur?
14.
14. So you also take 8 points of
Okay,
piercing
okay.
damage, which is not halved again because this is not a spell effect,
understand.
not the right.
I understand. Wasn't even gonna ask.
So
So
after
the
seeing,
arrow goes through. There's not a lot of flesh left
No.
on you, so it goes through your shoulder, and the arrowhead on the other end then explodes.
So Rudy sees the arrowhead protrude. He goes, "Oh, Arthur, you son of a gun!" And it explodes. Arthur, what?
It's got like these thorny needles all in your face and
Ah,
upper
that
Well,
body.
I kind of like imagine that he's barely able to get like a bit of the shield up in the way of it as it explodes with that
'cause
reflex
the
save.
initial impact you're resistant towards. So
Yeah.
it's just
alright, for the second shot, he's going to go for the big one at the front on the right hand
Right.
side.
go for it.
14.
I'm ready, Joseph.
14 will hit.
Sweet. For 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Yeah.
And then he's going to do his last one, 15.
You do not have a third one because you used your bonus action to cast a spell.
I did too. Wow. That's the
Use
first
your
time I did
bonus
that.
action to hurt Rudy more.
And with that, I do have to go. Gonna
Okay.
leave the camera up for you guys.
God.
Work as
Oh,
well.
I will do my best. We will see how we.
We will injure Rudy more.
Yeah, just
Just-
fire at
For all
everything
chats.
that's close to Rudy, and that's pretty much on par. Right?
For all chats, this is the last week I'm ever on call.
Yeah.
Yay!
So this won't happen again.
Hooray for
I love
work-life
yous.
balance!
See you guys
Yay,
later.
Bye,
work
all.
life balance. What's that?
Bye,
We
Abby.
love you.
Moogle pointed out, oh no, Rudy's new clothes already messed up. However,
They're
They
self-bending.
fix themselves.
Yeah,
They're self-bending.
Uh-huh.
They're self-bending.
And they have a copies.
that's the important
And they
part.
have copies. Wait,
Yeah.
Rudy's not excited about that one. Hold on.
I mean, you were pretty
Sure.
excited when you found out it
Sure.
protects the junk, not just engorges.
Did you not know that they protect the?
George, it's your go.
Yes. I went to cast out my Pokeball. I mean, my pocket pet.
Your pouch pet.
My pouch pet, yes.
Go for it. Roll for pouch
Alright.
pet. I'll see if I have an appropriate mini available. I should make sure to get some for your bag of tricks.
My bag of
5?
tricks.
What is it? 5?
It is a panther.
Whoa!
Oh my god, really?
Oh no.
It is.
Is it a punishment panther?
Stay the buttons, please.
Where are you going?
Everyone. I am going to put it near Rudy, but like on his left, like on as far away as possible, so it doesn't get shot by Arthur.
So, near Rudy?
Yes, like right about there. Perfect.
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 Wonderful.
Now I need to get up the Panther's thing.
Is that an action or a bonus action to
That is
summon?
an action to summon it.
Okay. Wonderful. Bonus action, anything?
Uh,
You can command it as a bonus action, or you can Bardic Inspire, you can spells.
I'm going to inspire Rudy. Oi! Dead boy!
I'm not dead.
Do you try not getting hit by arrows and actually kill things?
Now, George,
And that's how you inspire.
Yeah, you get angry to prove George
Yeah.
wrong. So you
yeah,
have
that's yep, exactly.
and
That
you have
is
a
amazing.
D10 for like a save ability check or attack roll.
Excellent, awesome. Which means he can't possibly fail on a hammer swing. I like this.
Natural 1 is still a natural 1. You just, yeah. It is now the Fire Elemental's turn. Having taken damage from the lightning bolt and the arrow, there's now a panther summoned. Fire Elemental is going to. It is simply going to move in on the panther and almost looks like it's going to embrace it as the fire just coats around it.
Oh,
Which
hug
is
the
what he's
kitty.
a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
His move is hug. It's super effective.
Yeah.
So
And he gets
the fire panther takes start off 9 points of fire damage as it gets engulfed, and then the fire elemental is going to do 2 attacks as it just like takes its pseudo limbs. The first one is a 13 to hit,
Yes.
which deals 9 points of fire damage.
And the first one was 9 as well.
Yes.
How's
It's
that panda
gone.
looking?
Whoosh.
Okay. Oh, well, so much for that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and after it's going to use some more movement, it's going to move up to Rudy and use
Oh,
its
hello,
second
big fella.
attack. It's going to attack you with its second attack.
I'd like to see you try.
It's a 17 to hit.
That does unfortunately hit.
I'd like to see you try.
You take 5 points of fire damage, but you're assistant, so you only take 2.
That's what
But
I
I
like
do-
to hear.
But you have to make a concentration check, which you also should have done for Arthur's arrow.
Oh, okay, a concentration
So
check.
make Constitution saves. Make 2 of them. 1
Okay.
for Arthur's arrow and 1 for
15 for the first,
15. Succeeds on the first.
and
then-
16 for the second.
Yeah, so you are still fire resistant.
What am I rolling
yeah.
above, by the way?
For the first one, you had to roll above a 12, and for the second, you had to roll above a 10.
Oh, okay, cool.
I recommend that you read up on the rules for concentration.
That is a great idea, thank you.
Yes. But you are, however, your clothes are lit on fire.
They're lit.
Huh, that is new.
It's like,
The other second fire elemental is going to move through you, Rudy, as it moves.
Whoa.
What? That is new.
That seems fine.
You take
Insert-
8 points of fire damage, half to 4, and make another Constitution save.
Mummy, I don't want to be a tank anymore.
Mom, can you come get me? I'm scared. You
18.
keep making me take.
He is fine. But you do get an attack of opportunity if you want to as it moves away, because it
Oh,
essentially
yeah.
moves through you and heads towards the palisade currently where the tower where Arthur and George are.
Not really understanding how to attack an elemental moving through him, Rudy just kind of flails around with the hammer, and that is his attack. So here we go.
Yeah, go for it.
That'll be a 23
That hits.
with
Well,
a 7 damage.
7 points of damage. So as it goes through you, you just swing out the hammer and you feel like the magic imbued. You hit it and it reacts, but it keeps moving forward.
He
and
kind
it's
of
going
more
to-
just waves it around. He's like, I think I'm doing something here.
Fire starts rolling up the tower, and it's going to do 2 attacks. 1 against George, 1 against Arthur. And I'm gonna have to bring up Arthur's character sheet.
How does one tank if the enemy can move through you? How do you how do you maintain aggro?
How do
Call it
that's a good
names.
question.
Oh, you! That was cold.
Oh, did a water elemental just pass over me?
I've burned myself
Um,
more on the kettle.
Let's see. So I'm gonna make 2 attacks. First one is against George. It is a 13 to hit.
I am now 13.
Okay, so you do get hit.
Yes.
Oh,
You take 9 points of fire damage,
No, thank you.
Is this the first?
and you are also on fire.
No,
Great.
thank you.
And second attack is against Arthur. It is an 18 to hit,
Does
which
everyone
does
remember
hit
those
Arthur.
fire-resistant potions we bought?
And
Yeah.
Arthur, however, takes 14 points of fire damage,
it's true. Actually, George has an extra one, doesn't he? So
and is also on fire.
cool.
That sounds like a
It's gonna write
great time.
down.
And also
I'm-
heal those. That's
I'm glad
Can
I.
you just stop, drop, and roll to get off the fire? Is that like
You can. You can spend an
Okay.
action to put the
To
fire
put
out.
the fire. Okay, just making sure. Just making sure, because I was like, pretty sure we're
You
all
can
gonna
also
catch
use
on fire at some point.
someone else's fire out.
Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good to know.
It is now the minor fire elemental's turn. These two are going to move up and just whap at Rudy. Two of them.
I imagine like really cute little like mini hands, like little mittens coming out and like fire slapping you.
Yeah, they're just like these fires that move forward, and they like pretty much just lunges out with fire against you.
Just like
I
tiny
really wish I would
flamethrowers.
have put water wall up, but I fucking didn't, did I? So
Ah,
yeah, I
Hey,
just
I've got
I
a
didn't
thing
change
for
my
that.
spells. I was
I
like,
could
yeah,
actually
fire
use the
spells
hat
should be
thing.
fine.
Oh yeah!
17 to hit Rudy.
What?
On first
Another
attack.
17? Yes, yeah, that does hit.
It does hit.
How are you barely hitting me? I don't. How do you block fire,
You're
everyone?
slapping your ankles too.
little
It
calcifiers.
takes 5 points of fire damage, reduced to 2, and I need you to make a
Excellent.
concentration save.
All right, we'll do that. Luck's still going. That's a 20.
You're still good. Second attack is a 15 to hit. Believe miss.
No, that misses.
Yeah, the second one is going to attack you twice. The first is a 17 to hit again.
Yes.
Take 6 reduced to 3 points of fire damage,
Excellent.
and make another concentration check.
That energy resist is coming in clutch. Let me tell you. No, 5.
5.
Yeah.
You do have the inspiration from George. You
That is
can roll a
great.
Yeah.
You know what?
d10.
This is a good time. So what do
You
I do?
only have to d10. You roll a d10. Just
Okay, yep.
a single d10.
Single
You
D10.
need a 5. 5 or above, and you maintain concentration.
Rudy does not maintain concentration.
3.
Oh,
No.
close.
So,
So
here comes the
close.
last attack. Your fire resistance is gone.
Well,
Currently.
so much for that idea.
21 to hit. You take full 6 points of fire damage.
To be fair, he tanked a lot from that energy
He
resist,
did.
so that was.
He did.
Yeah.
Uh,
Got value out of it.
Hmm.
The last one of the smaller ones is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and it's coming up on you, Nana. Nana, it's your go, and then we're back to Gerald at the top.
Awesome. Have a quick question before I go. So, Buddha and I noticed that Orb's stream is still running. Did he mean to leave it up? Was it a quick call?
Oh.
Do we know? Otherwise, we can raid out to you. I think we can do that.
Yeah, that might be smart. I think he might have forgotten,
I
actually.
think so as well. I'm sure he can start it back up again if he gets back. Sorry, everyone in Orbeez chat. We are going over to Josie. We love you very much. We have started that raid, and it'll be happening in like 5 seconds. So,
Yes,
there you go.
Great
Perfect.
message.
Double
Give
team.
Josie love.
Give Josie so much love. Yay!
Oh,
Yay!
Orb just wrote in my chat, I did indeed forget.
Okay, good. So, there. Whew, fixed it. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's see. First things
Wow,
first.
Orb coming in with a raid. Wow.
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 Who would have guessed it?
Orb, you'll still need to turn the raid off when you get back home to your computer. Or the stream. It doesn't turn off automatically.
Right.
True.
But at least the raid has gone through, so people won't be.
We will try and remind you. That's what I wanted. Yes. I would like to also do protection from energy on self.
That's an action.
That is one action. That seems like the best thing to do at this point in time, so that would be concentration, I believe.
Well, we do still have the potions, though, right? So
Yeah, I was just hoping to save them if I could.
It
And
might
then
not
we'll
be
just-
saving mine.
I imagine. And then she's gonna get the spoon all ready. She's gonna just use the shillelagh and it's gonna get all thorny and stuff. And you said, let's see, where's that little one that's coming to me? And Nana's gonna try and intimidate it because it's little, right? It's little.
Well, your action and your bonus action, but I'll say you can if you want to you
sorry,
can yell.
it is. That is another action, isn't it? I sort of wanted to, with the spoon getting all. She just wants to be like, I've used cooking fires bigger than you. You better back off.
Perfect. I'm gonna put a note in.
I'm gonna put in note in little tiny fiery orb insulted.
Yeah, I just, like I don't
Emotional
wanna
damage
hurt
of-
you. Go back to
No, that. Where you are?
Oh, I think that's me. I think that's it. Yeah, I think I'll
Okay.
just stay there.
Gerald, back to you. Rudy, you're next up. God, you've taken more damage than I expected, Rudy.
That's okay. Rudy's
Is
got
it?
Rudy's
Okay.
got 2 ideas, and he's kind of flitting between the 2 right now. It's okay.
I mean, I've got one, but I'll have to drop my fire.
Okay, so
Um,
so what I'm gonna do is possibly for the first real time ever,
oh.
I'm going to draw on the plane of water and use the monsoon curtain.
You use hydro pump?
I'm using
Not
hydro pump,
really.
kind
Gerald
of.
used-
Well, basically, what I'm going to do is call down a curtain of violent rain on the elementals directly in front of Rudy.
So Gerald's hat suddenly, almost like seams breaking, opens up like above where it's written the
What?
word wizard. Yeah, it's just like opens up, and this thick black cloud comes out, almost taking the shape of a snake, opening its mouth, and you can see the fangs. And it just like slithers through the air and circles above and becomes a
Oh,
cloud, and
no.
suddenly just starts pouring
Gerald,
down
what are you doing?
heavy rain.
Yeah,
I imagine this is like directly in front.
yeah, it can be 5 feet thick, 30 foot long, and 30 foot high if I want. So it lasts for a minute, requires concentration, stands vertical, but you can shape its path in 3 10-foot sections. So that's a little elemental out towards Nana as well, isn't it?
Oh god, no, I just ended that elemental's career. Like, that one's not coming for me anymore.
Can't be connected, so this one is just out of range. If you can't hit all of them.
That's okay. Well, just the 3 then is fine. And I will curve it. I'll curve the rest around the opposite side of Rudy to me, if you know what I mean.
So it's
Yeah, exactly. Because it obscures vision as well. I still want to have a clear line of sight.
yeah. So on your right hand side, Rudy, and in front of you, and like a little bit to your left, there's just, but not on you. Strangely, there's just this thick curtain of rain coming down, the heaviest pour you've ever seen.
Well, I mean, I'm still on fire, but I suppose
Yeah.
this works.
That would have been nice.
Yeah. And yes, I will be using.
Yeah, it doesn't do any damage whatsoever as far as I'm reading here. But what it does do is causes fire effects passing through the wall to have disadvantage on attack rolls. And if it imposes a saving throw, the target has advantage on the saves. Creatures with magical compulsion to avoid running water must succeed a wisdom save against spell DC or be unable to walk through.
Yes.
That is
And
actually.
so you do see, Rudy, as this rain is coming down, there is like steam coming off these creatures as the water is evaporating at the same time it's pouring down.
Okay.
Anything else, Gerald?
I mean, that it says that it costs an action, so there's literally nothing else I can do. That's it.
It isn't casting a spell, so if you want to cast... No, because Hex is a concentration as well, I believe.
Hex does require concentration, yes. So, yeah, nothing.
Okay, any movement? Or are you staying put?
I am staying behind cover. I am continuing to
Rudy.
cower.
Yeah, Rudy, your go. Do you want to actually duck down and get like
Oh,
three-quarters cover?
absolutely I do.
conquering-
Yeah. All you see is the hat sticking up over the.
Yeah, the
thing.
stop.
Yeah,
Hat and stop.
exactly.
Rudy, it's your turn.
So, does Rudy have to do anything with the fire on him? Because he said he's on fire?
Oh, shit. Yes, let me double check.
I just want to know if that happens at the start of the turn or the end of the turn or.
It is at the start of your turn, so
Okay,
give
cool.
me a moment. You take 8 points of fire damage.
Yikes! That's a lot of fire damage.
just
That's a lot
just
of fire.
dip on into that water.
Right, it doesn't do damage. You're not wrong. So okay, so Rudy, sees the water and like while he's on fire, just turns around him and goes, "Oh, thank you, hat," because he knows the hat can talk. He doesn't know if the hat can understand him, but he knows the hat can talk. And turns back. He's like, "Now, if I'm a betting man and I'm not,
It was me that did that.
just quiet, Gerald. I'm just thinking the hat, and I'm not a betting
All around
man.
you, there's like dwarves fighting other elementals. Some
Yeah.
of them, oh, it's going on, and like your monsoon hits a few of the others. Like one dwarf gets completely doused, and it's like, I guess.
So Rudy can he take a side step, staying within melee range of the? Ooh, actually, casting a spell in melee range, does that impose any form of penalties?
If it is a ranged spell, if it says ranged spell attack roll, it does have a disadvantage.
If you need to make an attack roll specifically.
No, okay,
It's it says ranged spell attack roll.
Okay,
Oh
but
yeah,
what if it
of
just
course,
says-
yeah, touch attack.
Yeah,
that's
that's
fine.
okay. All right. Okay, so probably don't want to do that. Okay. Cool. Rudy takes a side step backwards, about 5 feet.
Backwards.
But is he a way to go like into the water but still backwards?
Yes, if you would take a side step this way, but then all three of them would get attacks of opportunity on you.
Didn't Roji say that they get disadvantage because they're in the water on their attack
They
rolls?
would get
They
it,
would.
but they still get to attack.
Yeah, no, Rudy totally does that willingly. He
Yeah,
kind
so
of
you take a step into the water, and your flames are doused as you get into the
Excellent.
water.
perfect.
But yeah, there's 3 attacks incoming, all at a disadvantage.
Good luck.
All right. I think I've worked out how to block the very elemental forces of fire now. I think I've got this.
With disadvantage, it's a 14 from the big one,
Haha! I told you.
and it is on the first one, it's a 17 for one of the smaller
Oh,
ones.
you little bugger!
And you take 7 points of fire damage, but you are not lit on fire because you are standing in the rain.
Excellent. The plan is kind of working.
Last
except for the
one,
7
last one is a miss as
Excellent.
well. They do lash out, but their fire's weakened by this downpour. Not all of them reach you. One reaches you, but you step into the rain, and it's just the fire doesn't catch onto your clothes, and they start mending themselves from the burn immediately.
Yes. Excellent. All right. Now,
Action both.
Just like strike a little like mournful pose in the rain.
all right. So to pull a potion out and to skull it.
It
What
is
was-
a bonus action.
Bonus
Use
action.
potion on your.
All right. Rudy skulls a potion of healing because he wants more to do a spell.
Yes.
So it's 2d4 plus 2. So that is 5 hit points. He'll take that. That's fine. That'll keep him going for a little bit longer. And I will delete that from the inventory. Cool. And now he's going to see what all the hubbub is about this spell. So now he's going to cast. Oh dear. Give me back what I want. There we go. All right. He's going to cast Blight
Oh.
Oh,
on the big boy. Now, let me just see. Okay, so it's a range area of 30 feet. Is he able to encapsulate all 3 of these elementals?
Blight is a single target spell. It just can only reach
Oh, okay.
30 feet.
In that case, it is against the big fella. Yes.
Mhm.
It's a
Fella?
Constitution save of 16.
I get a 9, I believe. Hold on, let me double check. I could be wrong.
Excellent.
I get a 12, so that's still a fail. 35
you're
points of
about-
damage.
So Rudy, essentially with Blight, he is going to sap. Now, ordinarily it drains like moisture and vitality. Rudy's aiming to sap the heat. He wants to just drain whatever energy source is fueling this thing. He just wants to draw it out with this.
that would be
That's what he's
fire.
targeting.
Fire is fueling it. I know that. All right.
Or maybe
So
all the
as you-
oxygen around it.
As you hit this with the spell, what does the spell itself look like when it launches out?
Essentially, Rudy like indicates with his gloved hand because his glove is still his implement at the moment, and it's kind of like a ghostly skeletal sort of like sort of shadow reaches out and grasps the elemental and then pulls away from it. It's almost like the soul's leaving the body, but it's not quite, and it just drains that essence out from it.
Yeah, so as this ghostly hand pulls away from the fire elemental, it starts flickering and it goes smaller and dimmer for a moment, and you see almost like this fire is being pulled and turned a black and then just disappears, and there's just a big part of it. It's now flickering heavy, the rain pouring down on it.
Oh, jeez.
And it's barely maintaining form.
Haha, not so hot. Now, I probably should have had one better for that, but haha! Yes.
Arthur is up next, and Arthur is going to do what?
Rudy's just laughing in the rain now, maniacally. Yeah, Blight is a lot of dice. When I clicked it, I was like, oh shit, that's a lot of dice.
The enemy right in front. Arthur is gonna drop his bow to the ground, and grab his sword instead, and is going to make 2 attacks at this big elemental in front. They are both going to hit because it's a 20 and a 24. And so I do believe that hits. So let's see. However, it didn't roll great on the damages. It is 8 points of damage to the elemental. So Arthur drops his bow, draws his sword, do quick 2 swipes, and is then what do you have for bonus action? There is there isn't really anything to do this time. So, George, you are up.
Yes, it is time.
It is time.
Make it here with dissonant whispers. It is
Your
time.
dissonant
Oh
whisper.
god.
Yes.
Oh, let the whispering begin.
And George, this time, when he does his dissonant whispers, is going to lean forward towards it just a little bit. His new clothes that he just made on fire, he leans towards and go, "You're so dead. When I see you, never mind, I'll never see you again. You're gonna die now. I hate you and everything you're worth. I just bought this!"
Oh no.
Yeah, I failed the roll, so I'm gonna take the full damage. However, also, I will say that you do take at the start of your turn 4 fire damage for being on fire,
Yes.
and this thing now has to use its reaction to move away from you. So both you and Arthur gets attacks of opportunity.
Yes.
Nice.
Arthur definitely hits and does 10 points of damage.
The first time ever, that means George has to use his quarterstaff to fight.
Bonk.
There's a bunk happening.
Excellent, we love
We
the
bonking?
Is it a magic bonker?
Bonk.
Bunk 'em.
It is a magic bunker, I believe.
Nice.
It is a
It's not
magic
magic.
bunker. It's a magic bludgeoning bunker.
Ooh.
We love that.
Don't actually know how to attack with it. I've never
If
done
you
a
have it,
physical
it
attack in
should be on your
D&D.
action tab. It should be on
Thank
your
you.
actions tab.
It is. Thank you so much. Just click it.
You
Yeah,
just click
there we go.
Give it the popping of a lifetime.
I bumped
Two-handing
it.
it or one-handing it? Well, it's all 2 damage anyway.
One hand.
Oh.
13 is also exactly what you need, so you 2 points of damage if you bop it.
I bump it magically.
Pop it.
It wait, let's use its
Twist it.
movement, so it moves. It starts moving back towards the start of like where it came from. It starts moving down, almost in reverse, down the tower, and it's heading down towards the tunnel.
Bonus action. I need to heal myself.
Bonus action, heal yourself. But you did cast a spell as a full action, so
Healing
you can
word
only
is
do-
bonus action.
But you have to use cantrip since you've already used a spell.
Oh, you're right.
But I do believe you have potions.
I do, but you know what that means.
Yeah. How many healing potions do you have in your inventory if you want to drink one?
I believe I have 2 or 3. Let me double check.
Does this mean that George is stealing more later?
Or is there something else going on?
Yeah. I feel like this is something else.
I have 2 in my bag.
Okay, so you have 2. Okay, I need you to roll a d6.
Oh, George
If
doesn't
you
know
roll,
which...
if you roll a 1 or a 2, it's the bad one.
The bad one?
You have in your bag, George. You might not know the part.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm about to worry about if you roll a 2 or a
You
1.
just want some heals, because, like, we can do this. It's okay. We can talk
Oh,
about it.
My
God.
little
George, no-
dice of rolling is gone. I cannot
George
find my
knows that
dice.
Rudy can heal him, right?
It's fine.
Does George trust Rudy to heal him?
Yeah, imagine Rudy not tanking.
What's
and healing himself.
rolling good at?
What?
Are you okay?
I cannot find the rolly thing on the thing since the hotfix that we did before for my CPU usage. Because the little dice in the bottom left is
Oh,
gone
okay.
now.
Would you like me to roll a d6 for you? Will you trust?
Yes.
Or should we ask someone? No,
Unless
someone who's
you're-
got digital sight. Someone. I'd say Ozzy. Roll a d6
Oh,
in D&D Beyond.
Sure. Yeah. I
Ozzy
apologize.
decides George's fate.
Oh,
I
Don't wanna
apologize in
want-
advance, Scooter. If this is bad, here it goes. D6. Oh!
Yes, it
Yeah.
wasn't me this time.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Which of the bad ones?
Well, it's the one. It's
No.
the one you've had for a while.
Oh.
So you pull out what you think is a healing potion, but as you drink it, you start to feel sick as you drink the potion of poison.
Oh, no.
Why would you do this?
It's something we added for fun because it literally says it's indistinguishable from a healing potion.
Oh,
Oh, no.
amazing.
I was hoping to give it to someone else.
Oh, no.
What does it do?
So bad.
What does it do?
I
Just
believe
start
it.
feeling sick.
Take 3d6 poison damage.
Oh.
And I must succeed on a DC 13 Constitution save throw or be poisoned.
Oh, you'll be fine.
You're alright.
Yeah, just walk it off.
Yeah, you're gonna
Oh,
roll.
I'm taking 9 damage.
You know that's not bad.
doable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. That's basically like a third of my
It
health. If
doesn't
it
work.
makes you feel any better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just an average
now-
roll.
And now a Constitution save.
Yes, yes. Mhm, mhm.
Oh,
Solid,
You made
solid.
it.
There you
Okay,
go.
that's good. That's
Okay.
good.
I'm not
Potion,
poisoned.
You chug it, and immediately you just start feeling sick grumble in your stomach.
The worst thing is I don't know because I just think this is one of the potions that the guild gave me.
Yeah, it's just a healing potion, you know? And now you're all
Yeah.
feeling all sick.
Ugh. Isn't it expired? Ugh.
Not this. Oh.
Wonderful. Do you want to use any movement on your turn?
That guy is away from us now. I might, George, I think is gonna shuffle a little bit behind Arthur. Just
Okay,
a smidgen.
you're pretty much as behind you can, but yeah,
Okay.
you're both backed up against the back of this tower.
Still on fire though, as well, right?
Yeah, still on fire. It
Oh.
is now the fire elemental near Rudy's turn. It is going to, as per the rules of its own water susceptibility, take 1 point of damage for being in water.
Ah, hey.
Thank you
And
again.
Killing it
It-
very
it-
slowly.
So it is going to, as it moves out of the water, it takes yet another damage, but it's I think still raining on it from the way you angled it. Yeah. So it's going to attack twice against Rudy. It does have disadvantage on both attacks because it is technically still in the water.
Telling you, I've worked this out. I know how to block fire.
The first one is a 20 to hit.
Look, okay, it's a very large fire, right?
13 points of fire damage.
Sorry, how much was that?
13.
Alright,
Second
yeah,
attack.
Yep. Alright, yep, okay.
Second attack is a 10 to hit.
Right, now, see here, Rudy's unconscious.
Oh shit.
Oh
What?
no.
Rudy's
That
unconscious.
Because that
Yep.
was just a 10 to hit on the last one.
Oh, 10 to hit. Oh, I thought it was 10
Yeah,
damage.
10 to hit.
Oh, my bad.
No, it was a 10
Oh,
to
no, it's a
hit.
block. Okay.
Ah.
I misheard. My bad. In that
Yeah.
case,
Give yourself a 10 hit.
hold you. I can't block. Rudy momentarily passes out.
Yeah.
This one-
Second fire elemental is actually going to keep running, heading down, disappears down into the cavern, using its action to dash, and just disappears down. So we're going to put that
Oh,
to
it did. Wait, it didn't.
there. And we have 3 elementals left. Let me just double check. The one near Nana is gonna move up to you and attack twice.
Oh, that is so naughty. No.
Bad.
Well, no, actually, first I'm gonna make a wisdom save against your insult. It's a 10. It's unaffected by insult. It's
not
neutral against insult.
Doesn't
It
care
cannot-
about cooking fires.
Doesn't even seem to realize the concept of cooking fire, or it can't understand you.
Probably. Yeah.
Probably both.
First attack is a 16 to hit.
Yes, I believe that will hit. Hold on. Yeah, it does.
6 points of fire damage.
Okay. And I am on fire.
Yeah.
I assume.
No, you are not on fire. These are smaller and not as effective.
Oh, I do love that. I do love not being on fire.
And second attack is a 17 to hit.
That'll also hit.
You take 9 points of fire damage.
This is very naughty.
Yeah.
No.
And after that, it is the 2 near you, Rudy.
Oh, I
one-
had.
You
I
had?
stupid. I had the fire
Resistance.
resistance, so I'd take half of that, right?
You should take well half of the first,
Half
which
of the first, okay.
I can't remember how much that
It was. I believe it was 5, right?
Yes, 5. So you
5,
take
so-
2 points, and then you need to make a Constitution save.
Okay. Yep. I will do that. Probably not gonna be great.
You just need to beat a 10.
Oh, longest dice roll in history, please. Every
Please.
single time, please. Every time you do this, every time you go extra slow, it's a really bad roll too. So, like, I'm not
As to
expecting
why
a
yours
lot.
goes so slow, Cuddle? Because like
It was
mine are
six-
like instant.
16.
Yeah, I don't know. I
So
think
you would
it's-
take half from the 19 as well, so you would only have taken 4 from the second. So your total damage taken would have been 6 instead of 14. So you give yourself 8 hit points back. But you need to make
Okay.
a concentration check again against the
Again,
like after
yeah.
the second attack.
That's okay. Oh, so I only took 8 points total. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No, 6
Cool.
points total.
Oh, 7 points total. Cool.
Six.
That's what I meant.
Six.
Yeah.
Cuddle.
6 points total. I can't count.
Points total.
I'm sorry.
You're right.
Math is
Jesse.
not my strong
It's just
suit.
yeah, you're right.
It's a math.
6 points total. Nah, it's off.
Yes, but after the second one, you lose concentration of your protection against energy. However, it did protect. You did get protect.
Heck.
And these ones will move up to Rudy. They both take a point of damage from walking through the monsoon. One of them is technically still in the monsoon, one is out of it, so one of them attacks you twice with regular attack rolls.
I would appreciate it if you two just left me alone.
6
I
to
find
hit, I believe missed.
yes, that does hit.
18 to hit on the
That
second attack.
Does not hit. That does hit.
5 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And here comes the one that attacks at disadvantage coming at you. As they're just like entities of flame, and just parts of them just spew forward like tendrils on fire.
Why
First
is
attack.
fucking fire so difficult?
12 on the first
Not
attack,
hit.
and 16.
That does
on
not
the-
hit. Oh!
With your armor, standing in the water, drenched, you got your armor, and you shield up, and you just manage to bat away these tendrils of fire coming at
Just
you.
think for a moment, if Rudy wasn't wearing this armor, he would have died so many times over the last few engagements.
But it also
Willie
could have
died
been
anyway,
any
he's
other suit
running.
of armor as well.
It could have been any other
Nope.
sort of armor. Nana, it's your go.
It's my go, which is actually perfect because I was gonna take that spell down anyway and do a different concentration spell. So this works out so well.
If anything,
for
they
me.
did you a favor.
Honestly, they really did. Naughty, but it
At least you
did.
get something for your spell use, you know? It wasn't just
Yeah,
empty
absolutely.
slot, up the distance in.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use polymorph on the little flame in front of me.
Okay?
And I'm gonna turn it into a salamander.
Like the lizard
Like
salamander,
the
not,
little
not
one.
the D&D salamander.
Like the salamander, that's the big dragony looking thing, right? Yeah, no, just
Yeah,
like
it's
a
like,
little.
it's like a snake fire person.
Oh no, like the
Not
real
that.
world salamander that just like is an amphibian and little.
Okay, what do I need to roll?
You need to roll a wisdom save of 15.
It's a wisdom save
Yes.
on polymorph? Okay.
Yeah.
For instance, charisma save. Does it say wisdom save in the spell itself?
Yes.
Okay, then that's-
Wait, in the whole like the paragraphs at the top it does.
Okay, then yeah, that's it. What did I need to beat?
A 15.
I got a 10.
Well, you're
So
a
this
lizard
one-
now.
This one turns into a little lizard on the ground,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's just crawling around. Like it starts moving, crawling up on your shoe.
Yeah, and Nana picks it up and just looks at it and goes, "Now this is why you don't mess with people. It's very rude for one thing. And the second thing is you need to go back in there. I know you can't understand this, but you need to go back in there or you're gonna get shot with arrows. Do you understand me?" So she's just like talking to this lizard.
As you're talking to it, scolding it, the camera zooms in on the lizard, and inside, in its brain, just goes, "I want to go home." And that's what we're gonna enter today. So next week we're gonna start a new round of combat at the
Excellent.
top with the Gerald.
Gerald, who's going to take out all of the fire elementals in front of Rudy. Rudy, who's going to heal himself to max HP using the strongest heal he's got. And
And I'm gonna
everyone's
yeet a lizard back into the lake of lava.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like back
Don't,
you
don't
go.
say don't end it here, but Orb had to run for work, and there are people who do have times to maintain. We would
And I
love
am
to go
tired.
longer, but it's like for Gouda, it's early morning. Gouda's been up all night. Some of the Australian people is getting late, and
essentially.
But it's
yeah.
earlier for us.
Not anymore, it's way earlier
Yeah,
for us.
it's a little bit
Yeah.
early for us, but we'll discuss
Yeah.
this later. We've got Orb's starting a new job soon that has different hours. There's a whole range of factors.
Yes.
But
Mhm.
you never know your luck in the big city, as they say. You know? We might.
yeah, you never know your luck.
Who knows?
The big
I'm gonna
city.
put some nicer music, you know.
I'm gonna pop us back over to the regular scene.
Yeah, let's go
Oh.
regular.
There you go.
Well,
Now you can see everyone. There we go. Yeah, the
I-
regular
I-
scene
yeah.
for the regular folk. You know.
Nice.
regular null.
Regular.
Oh.
Regular no, regular no.
I still hear dragons. Oh,
I
they
no
There's
longer
the
hear
fire
it.
element.
Do you like my?
There we go.
No,
D&D
Moogle,
shirt,
we are
by the
not
way.
raiding. We are moving over to playing Tales of Symphonia.
Oh.
That's it.
True, we're raiding.
Like,
Yeah,
Right.
we're gonna raid.
Yeah,
You're
we're
raiding
gonna
Josie.
do.
God.
We're gonna
You know
go
what?
over
Theoretically, just
Symphonia.
raid Josie straight away, and
I
then
mean, you
I was
could,
just
and we
thinking
could do
about
the
that.
wrap up from here.
we can.
True,
That
and then you
sounds
can
like
put
a-
all your questions in Josie's chat, and then she has to read them all, which is
Yes.
really funny because then I don't have to read them.
No.
Imagine.
And I will cut off the
Imagine that.
Discord connection.
Questions?
Whoa.
Mod check?
Yeah. Imagine
Mod
the
check.
sheer
Mod check.
audacity.
I will read your questions. I lied.
But
Maybe.
yes,
Read my questions.
I like
My chat?
questions.
enjoy the rest of your stream with Josie.
Eh.
Please. Enjoy
Stop,
the Josie.
stop using our raid message. We're not raiding.
Josie's chat, keep using your raid message. People are raiding you.
Thank you for the raid, bro. Thank you all. I have yeah, we'll be able to take a few minutes, and you can leave at your own leisure after we've wrapped up cocktail.
Hemi and Lazapan love it.
Oh my god.
But yes, does anyone have any important questions like how
Yes.
fireproof is Rudy, or
Is there any questions about the game so far
How
from
many
the
hit points
audience,
does
from
Rudy
the
have
players?
left?
5?
Very few. Yeah, very few.
Rudy went from a cool. Hang on, let me give it to you. Rudy went from 73 to 5
In 2 rounds of combat.
2 rounds of combat.
And that was with fire resistance for the first round.
Exactly. So imagine if you didn't.
To be
Yeah.
fair, half of that damage, like a quarter of that damage, was from Arthur.
This is true.
True.
This is very true. Arthur is the one who kicked my ass the most, actually, when you think.
Yeah, he did the most
So-
damage to you.
I was kind of asking, how fireproof is Rudy's new COD piece?
The cod piece is a wait. What the cod piece? Immaculate. Like, what is it made out of? I don't even know what it's made out of.
Usually
Made out of cod.
leather.
It's fish, so it's like water. So basically, it's really fireproof.
Fish
Right.
heads.
Yeah, just
It's a,
No, the imagery. The imagery.
It's canon now.
now,
Don't
okay,
say
so
it.
no, it's not. No, Luzman, see here. No.
Luzman, I love you.
No.
Thank you.
I'm gonna look. This is how serious I'm gonna be. Okay, this is how serious I'm gonna be. Wait, it'll work. It'll work. In a second. No, it is not a cod. No.
but it's a cod
Why
piece.
is
I know, he's
Aussie big?
protesting a lot.
Yeah.
He's little
Why is Aussie
fishy.
big?
Why is Aussie big? Because I'm yelling no at Lazapan.
What does Aussie do?
He's big because of the cod piece, okay,
My
guys?
cod piece is apparently a cod, according to Lazapan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a fish
I
head.
believe it.
Uh,
Or a piece of a cod, you know.
Yeah, just the head.
Just the tail sticking out.
It's like,
Well, the
no,
tail,
anything.
yeah.
the tail kind of works better. I actually might accept the tail, to be honest.
He wanted a cod piece, but he bought a cod.
And he just used it for the same purpose. It was weird. We all hated it. Everyone disliked that.
Yeah. I mean, he already smells, you know.
No, he doesn't.
Of
The armor,
rot.
the armor prevents the
He
smell.
doesn't smell.
He
Yeah.
doesn't
We,
No.
but we mentally
We
know
know.
what he should smell like.
I've
and we're
look.
fine.
Gerald has smelt the armor off.
Yeah.
Like he knows
Yeah,
it
that's
smells.
true.
Hang on. So hang on. Didn't we say, I think last session or the session before, that the rate of decay has slowed? Rudy
It has.
Rudy has noticed it's either slowed or stopped.
It's slowed.
It's slowed. Yeah.
Yeah. It
He's
has.
pretty sure if he takes off the armor,
any
guys.
any more questions? Do you players have any questions? Is everyone doing okay? Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was a great
We
session.
had fun.
Yeah.
It was great.
You couldn't see it because had camera issues, but like for the whole first section, I was like screaming at chat, going, "Oh, Jack isn't really there. Oh, Martin's gonna be dead when Cuddly comes back around the corner. Cuddly has to choose." I was like, theory after theory after theory about what was gonna
I
happen.
love that you were. Yeah, I was a little concerned that Jack would just leave, and I'm like, "Fuck, I gotta go find him again." But no, he was there. It was good. It was.
If you didn't go for Jack, we probably wouldn't have got that whole side sort of thing.
Oh, that was my thought. Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
one person is not going anywhere decidedly, so I kind of
Yeah.
figured we had to go do that. But yeah,
Get the more
sorry if I
mobile
made
one.
anyone sad.
The amount of times you guys pulled George to the side and go, George.
Yeah,
Here.
I almost made a joke. Like by the amount of times Arthur has pulled George to the side, they're in the other end of the city. Just
I
keep
love that.
getting pulled to the side constantly.
George,
Well,
George,
I don't know.
George,
I feel
George.
like it's like I feel like it's like George doesn't really take part a huge amount in like a lot of our like group conversations. So I kind of feel like it's a
He
way
doesn't
we can.
understand half the things going on. You guys
Yeah.
haven't explained anything. There have been
No.
times you've dropped the bombshell and George goes, "What?" And you guys are like, "We'll talk to you later." And
And then the later never happens. Yeah.
When Gerald was like, "Oh, and it doesn't do all these things," and George just sitting there like, it was.
It's like,
what?
why would it?
Arthur saying he's the leader, and George going, "What?"
Arthur being in charge, best plot reveal ever.
I
Yeah,
kind of
biggest
enjoy,
twist.
Like, I don't know how you feel about it, Gouda, but I kind of enjoy the dropping the
Okay, I
bombs.
gotta explain. Larspan says I petition to have accessible potion bottles. The thing is that it's an actual item in the game. It says it's indistinguishable from a healing potion. It's
Now-
part of the item. It's something that Gouda and I talked about together. How because Gouda was like, "What if I had one of these and I tried to heal someone and I had to roll and see which potion I grab?"
It was a thing that I thought it would be funny. I just didn't think it would happen to George.
No buts.
I love that
happened
happened
to
between
him.
No
Jesse.
buts. No
That's
buts.
just.
I love that it backfired.
So I will also
So good.
tell you, Lorzapan, I had the option if George hadn't been like in the moment of battle and had the moment to think a little bit more clearly. The bottle that he got from the guild is not actually in a bottle, if you guys recall correctly. If he
Yeah, they're
had
in
been thinking
makeshift
clearly-
containers.
If he had been thinking clearly, he would have been able to do that. However, they are in battle, and I figured he's on fire. He probably does not have the mindset to look for that. So I knew this would be a possibility, and I still.
It was a fantastic moment.
Oh,
We
man,
we
that
do
was-
we find a,
Imagine doing that to someone who's like unconscious and dying and
Oh,
accidentally them a death
no.
save.
Yes.
It's like, don't worry, I've got you. Poison.
George's moment of like becoming one part of the big part of the family of saving someone's life. Poison.
Yeah. George, maybe I was wrong about you all. Wah!
yeah, it's
Yeah,
Gerald's
he's just
last
guilty.
breath, and he's like, "Thank you, George."
It's like that scene. Oh god, I don't want to spoil anything. There's a scene in Demon Slayer season 2 when a character is just like being talked over while dying, and it's like,
Oh,
is this
yeah,
gonna be
yeah. So good.
Yes.
how I die? Trying to like my last words, and people just start shattering, and he's like, is this it?
This is how I go.
That's funny. Oh dear.
He also has this face of just like, I can't believe this.
Wow, they're just ignoring me as I die to argue.
All them throwing rocks at each other.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh,
I
so
am
good.
excited for when all the misunderstandings are finally cleared for
Yeah,
George. 'cause-
and this also means that next week starts with combat. We're just gonna
Yes.
finish out this combat.
Yes.
Oh,
Josie, I had a question.
Yes.
I actually had a really important question. Like, fire elementals, right? Like, I know they're made of fire, but they're like little beings. Like, do they
They're
eat?
beings.
Like, if I wanted to like adopt a cooking fire, just like hypothetically,
And hypothetically call it
Well-
calcifer.
I
Lucifer.
see. I don't. I think that's from like Howl's Moving
Listen,
Castle, but
it
I don't
is.
have this knowledge.
Listen.
Oh,
It is.
Listen.
It is.
You called
yeah.
it right, though.
It's in your possible spells. Just keep checking your spells every time you gain a new level. You do have the one where you can summon fire methods.
True. Yes, I do have this. Oh no, Rita doesn't know that I can summon elemental.
Yeah, let's.
But I just meant like in
Right.
battle. I was hoping to like intimidate the shit out of it, and then it would just be like, I'm gonna.
I mean, you could
follow
try.
home.
You
Summon
can
a water
definitely try.
elemental.
Yeah.
Heather, you
Well, it said
mentioned
it wanted to
needing
go
a
home though, so
bottle.
maybe it should go home.
But you don't know that. Just the audience.
Oh, true. It's just gonna be this lonely little elemental, like
No.
hanging onto a torch, being like, "I hate my life. I hate my life." I can't do that to it. I'll just
Yeah,
stare at that.
you have access to conjure minor elemental. You have access to summon elemental.
I do.
You have access to conjure elemental. So you have
Yes.
options.
Oh, I absolutely know. I just meant like, just as a
But
collector's
if you
item.
want to adopt the salamander, it's polymorphed for an hour. If you want to
I got
spend
an
that
hour.
hour
Could talk it out.
trying talk it out, yeah.
Try and convince
I
it.
will never say no. Like
How?
parties adopting pets and NPCs, that's just part of the game.
So hold on. So that means back in this in room, we're gonna have a mimic, a Viney boy. I can't forget his name at the moment.
Twig Blight. His name is
Twig
Vinny.
Blight.
You
Vinny-
were literally so
Yeah,
close
no,
to Viney. That's why I named
You
him.
have an owl,
Of
a
an owl,
talking cat.
talking
Yeah.
hats.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to leave all these the hat comes
And
with us, but
sometimes a mushroom.
sometimes a mushroom. We have to
And
leave them.
sometimes a random furry object.
Sometimes a random furry object. But the ones I'm talking about are the ones that we have to like keep carry with us at all times.
And a chicken.
And a chicken as
And
well.
an,
Thank
and
you.
an elf.
And an elf, yes. Yeah, no, the elf has
Well,
to
we
come
have
with
to
us,
take that one with us,
unfortunately. Yeah, the elf has to
unfortunately.
come with us. But like, what I'm trying to say is like, a fire elemental, a little baby fire elemental can't come with us on some of the dangerous escapades as well. So it would have
Oh,
to stay
no.
in the inn room as well. Can you just
Although-
imagine the innkeeper coming to clean this room,
And
opening the
it's
door,
on fire.
and just like, nope, That's not the room to clean. That's just
No.
not
Do you know
the room
what?
to clean.
Do you know what is the best though? The cleaner opens the door and there's like this little twig blight in a muddy boot playing like checkers with a fire elemental, and the twig blight keeps going like, "Stop burning the pieces!"
We're gonna have to give them a dragon chest version where it's like the nice pieces so it doesn't all burn.
The mimics
And
is
like,
chewing on the
meanwhile,
legacy
the chicken
furniture or
is like
something.
eating one of the pawns, like that little Moana
Definitely.
chicken.
And then
Yeah,
Vinny
the
yells
mimic,
at it, so
the
it
mimic
has
is
to
just
become
rummaging
one.
through Gerald's socks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have no socks left soon.
No, the mimic's actually pretty good at figuring out which ones you still have pairs of, and
Yeah,
you
well,
know,
it's left.
yeah, he does. He has a preference for your left foot. I think it might have a fungus-related thing, you know.
Wow.
Wow.
Just call him.
I will also say during the stream we reached the community challenge that I set up. So I will be
Yay!
scheduling a pizza baking stream.
Yay!
So you're sending some pizza to all of us. That's part of
Yeah.
the stream,
I
right?
mean,
Yeah.
yes,
Could-
right?
I don't know how good it would arrive, but it's but the idea is that we're gonna make the dough, we're gonna make the marinara. I will be making an attempt at making homemade buffalo mozzarella,
Hey.
Ooh, that sounds really
and
nice.
we'll just make a cheese and ham pizza from scratch as much as possible.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sounds
can
very
I
nice.
have one more question for us? What's everyone's favorite
Yeah.
pizza topping before we go?
Favorite pizza topping?
There's
Jeez.
no judgments here. I don't care if you
Depends on
like
the
pineapple or not.
type of sauce I'm using. Like if it's ranch, then I like mushrooms. If it's pizza sauce, then I like spicy sausage.
It's okay. Good is from the Midwest, so ranch functions as anything.
I was
I
about
can
to
confirm
question
this.
this. But we'll
I
take
personally
it.
don't like ranch that much. That's why I had to move.
They kicked you
Right.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
Have
sense,
you
yeah.
never
Understand.
heard of ranch pizza?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
I've
That is
absolutely
nothing
had
I've
to make
never
stuff
heard
for
of.
people.
Yeah, that was literally
Oh.
the first time I've heard of it.
It's really yummy, I promise.
Oh no,
We'll have to try it one
I will
time.
trust you on that one, Gouda. I will trust you on that one. I've had ranch Doritos, and I will trust you on that one.
I'm gonna be basic. I like mine with just cheese and ham.
There's nothing wrong with cheese and ham.
I like that.
It's good.
Yeah,
Simple
that's
is good.
good.
I mean, were you talking besides cheese though? Because obviously cheese is the best thing on
Well,
pizza.
yeah, no, you could say anything. Look, we both know someone who actually doesn't
There
like
are
cheese on
places
pizza.
where you can
That's true.
get more than just the basic cheese that's on. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you get a bit of feta or bocconcini on there.
Bocconcini.
But
Oh.
we do have a pizza, very common pizza over here, where it is the quattro formaggio. where you
Yes,
get, like,
4-cheese
I
pizza.
love that.
Yep.
So good. Yeah. No, we definitely have that. Otherwise, I'm definitely a pineapple person. I'm a pineapple on pizza enthusiast.
There you go.
And
I don't judge you for this.
and if I find vegetarian pizzas that don't have pineapple on them, I'm like, you're missing an ingredient.
You tell them, can I have pineapple on it?
Yeah.
Again, that's a big Australian thing. You can't
It is.
tell Australians not to have pineapple on their
You
pizzas.
can tell me not to, and I'll
Also,
listen to you.
fresh pressed garlic on the pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Garlic
yeah.
is good.
Honestly, like it's a little bit. If I'm doing homemade pizzas, I love some onion, like some diced onion on pizza is actually like really
Ew.
finely diced white onion is quite nice. It adds a
Really, really fine red onion on pizza.
that would also work well. Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Red
Um,
onion,
I
I'm with you on that
disagree
one.
with you guys on this.
that's fine. That is a okay.
But then
Adrian says-
again, I'm also allergic, so
Oh, there you go.
That'll do it.
You say onion with a G. That's
Onion. It sounds like you're saying
Onion.
onion,
onion.
onion.
onion,
Onion.
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 But then you also say capsicum.
Would you say
Yeah.
Yeah, we do say capsicum.
And I forget the word for that all the time.
Mm.
And I'm like, pepper. And they're like, what? Like this? And I'm like, no. Like the
No,
thing.
too late.
Like a chili pepper?
We
No.
say
Like a bell pepper.
Oh,
Because it's in the shape of a
capsicum.
bell.
See that? Like we get that. They're just called capsicums here.
Yeah,
But
like
they're
just
the
like
shape of a
capsicum spray.
bell.
Yeah,
You know?
which is so funny when you think about it because it's pepper spray.
Yeah, it is. That's capsicum.
It all goes in circles.
it's
This is the same
story. The story of when I salt and pepper fries, and I thought I would get like salted and peppered fries, but no, it was fries that had like fried onion and bell peppers in the mix. And I was
Oh.
like, this is
What?
Why
not-
would they do that to you?
That is odd. I've never heard of that.
I don't like that.
That's false advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hate that
we
for
did
you.
get offered free dessert because of the misunderstanding. Because
Yeah.
like both me and the person I was with, we had asked like no onion on our food, and then we just
Oh.
like salt and pepper fries sounds amazing, and then we get a bunch of onion like with our fries, like on the
Aw.
fries, and we're just like, this is not what
It's
we
like-
wanted.
Good on the restaurant for understanding that it was a misunderstanding and like doing something. That's actually really nice. That's actually
That
really
is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Normally it's just well, you should have known.
America. No, we actually because the taste of the fries was really nice, so we just like scraped all the onions off to the side and still ate the fries.
That's what I would have done, yeah. Yeah.
So nice.
Oh, does everyone like olives? Because that's my favorite. Like,
Yes.
if I can get cheese
Black
and like
olives
black
are so
olives and
yummy.
green olives,
Olives
and then
are
I'll throw
good.
spinach on because I'm anemic and I fucking have to, or they'll come and like beat me with an anemic spoon or something.
Green olives stuffed with cheese and
Oh.
so
Never
good.
had these.
Like a cream cheese stuffed green olives, so nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm missing out in life.
I don't like olives.
That's
At all.
fair enough.
Olives
That's more for
are
me. See?
Terrible. Yeah.
It's more for me.
You're allowed
Um,
to hate any delicious thing.
I will. I
Yeah,
will.
You're allowed to be wrong.
Yeah.
Speaking of hating delicious things, I need to sleep. So
Fair. That's fair. Go to bed.
I don't know how that segues, but that's
Go to bed.
'Cause we're
I'm about
delicious.
to raid Josie. We finished our pizza conversation.
I've,
It's okay.
yeah, I've already rated. I'm
Oh,
there
wow.
is nothing holding me except this conversation and our friends. That's it.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I'm holding you. Oh. Anyway, I'm gonna rate you, Josie.
Yeah,
Come
I guess
on,
I'm
everyone,
also
give
gonna
us
do
a
the
let's
thing.
love. You know her. You love her. Bye.
My body is ready.
There we go. We're gonna put the spells. We're sending you over to Josie as well. Go.
Hey.
We'll be playing more. We're playing Tales of Symphonia, doing more achievement hunting.
Yeah.
And we've just finally found the spicy chosen one.
Get
who is
into
trying-
Get into
It's
JRPG
basically
mode.
Arthur. Basically Arthur. It's just this dude hitting on everyone.
Well, obviously he needs to be
That's what
part of
we're
the party.
Alright.
So.
I'm gonna yeet you into the Twitchiverse. There we go. Woo!
You got eaten. Wow. Thank you all for coming this way.